What's up, fans family? Welcome back to TD PHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Listen, we got some great news, some breaking news coming out of Miami. I am out right now with the family, so I just wanted to drop this one on y'all real quick. Thought it'd be good for y'all to know. Going into tomorrow's game, that Austin Jackson is activated and he will be playing in tomorrow's game. This is huge because I was really concerned about the offensive line's depth going into tomorrow. This definitely helps out big time. It allows us to have the flexibility and depth so that if an injury or something does happen in the middle of the game, we'd still be in a good position. I see all y'all coming in the comment section. Y'all hit that like button. Again, I'm not home right now. I'm out with the family. But since I brought my laptop, I said, hey, let me go ahead and go live real quick and drop this news. I got the kids with me playing around and stuff. So if you hear some extra noise, that's the little ones having some fun. But I hope everybody's having a great Saturday, by the way. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Shout out to all the members to the channel. One more day. Fins up. What's up, TD and chat? Yes, sir. Yo, what's the word, TD? Austin Jackson is back. He's back. And now we get a good look at, these young fellas and how they do. How will they perform? That's what we want to find out tomorrow, okay? Yes, what does this mean for Liam? It, excuse me. It doesn't mean that much for Liam because I think they really like Liam. They really like Liam. If you heard Brian Flores' press conference, Brian Flores basically was praising Liam. And I'm going to be honest, this is what I be talking about. This is the stuff that I be angry about with Tua Tagovailoa. Why can't Flores give these type of endorsements to Tua? But when he talked about Liam Eichenberg the other day, he's talking about, his versatility. He's talking about, he's done fairly well in camp. And that's why, a guy like that is always going to get played because he's versatile. He could play on the edge. He could play on the inside. He'll always have an opportunity to get snaps and things of that nature. So Liam, it is what it is. He gonna get in where he can fit in. But they love his versatility. That's why I'm telling y'all he gonna be around for quite some time, and he's young. Liam Eichenberg is an asset for the future that people they like some things and then they criticize some things right now, but he's going to be a big player in the future that a lot of people grow to love. They're going to grow to love this man, all right? Let me see. Yeah or no, I don't know. Our O-line is a coin flip. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be honest. It could be a coin flip, but having Austin Jackson back at least provides a level of depth in that coin flip. Imagine in the second quarter tomorrow, a left tackle or somebody goes down. You're scratching your head. You're scratching your head like, oh boy, it's about to go downhill. And this makes me feel real good, because it allows us to have the depth that's necessary. Austin Jackson will start, but at least we have the depth now, so that we feel real good about this. All right. How is Flores going to call Tua versatile? He ain't got to call him versatile. He can say he loves his ability to fit balls in tight windows. He loves his this and that. I'm talking about just general things, man. But he always just he's learning to get better, and he's a good leader, and he never says anything about his ability on the field. Like literally never. And that's what bothers me, man. But we'll see. We'll see. Tua about to prove the Mac Jones lovers wrong. Well, I hope so, man. I ain't know Mac Jones had lovers like that. A lot of people wrote him off before he was drafted. It's funny, even Patriots fans didn't like him before they drafted him. Now all of a sudden he the dude. He that dude. How long are you gonna be on stream for? Not that long. I mean, I'm just hanging out, man. We out. We actually at a lake right now. We drove across the state over by my sister's and we're close to Lake Monroe right now. Actually, I'm sitting here looking at the water. So he talk about X the same way. Don't look too much into it. He talk about X the same way as what? I don't get what you're talking about. It's in that city available. Put some respect on his name. I don't know what you're talking about. Is Reed Sinet available? Is that what you meant to say? I feel great, even if Jackson doesn't start. Oh man, it moves so fast. Y'all in the comment section today moving fast. I gotta see if I can get back up to that comment. My bad, I lost. Okay, there it is. I got a bar. Give me a second. Oh man, since I don't have my mouse, it's kind of hard to hear this. Okay. Let me see. I feel great even if Jackson doesn't start. No so worried about Shaheen, but we need every soldier on the O line we can. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue of whether he starts or not. That's not going to even be a concern. It's just having him there. If we didn't have him, that is cause for concern because one injury on the outside and we're scratching our head like, man, what do we do now? What do we do now? You know, he said not giving much praise, but wasn't there a controversy with X? Wasn't there a controversy with X? Weren't they open to hearing trade talks with X? They just didn't get the price they wanted. Two are going to show everyone tomorrow. The most hated will be the most loved by end of season. Momondo Crypto, I love that comment because we all hope so. We need the most hated to be the most loved. We need the most hated to be the most loved. We need all them two in ears and all them two apologists to say, I told you so. And I'm going to be honest with you. To be quite honest, a lot of the people that love Tua and they make excuses and all that for him, the sad part is I don't think they're going to be able to accept him balling out. You know why? Because they're going to see everybody fall in love with him. And they're going to be mad because they're not going to be able to hold people accountable for doubting. No, don't jump on board now, but they're going to do it anyway, and you're not going to like that. You're not going to like that. But that's why the fairest thing is to call it how you see it and give him what he deserves at that moment. And right now, our quarterback hasn't earned anything. And tomorrow, if he earns it, he deserves the respect. But you only get what you deserve. So all this I told you so, ain't nobody tell nobody nothing. Everybody hopeful that he turns the corner. Nobody's saying that he absolutely won't now. Don't get me wrong. There are some real true haters that said Tua will not be good. He will suck. He will straight out suck this year because he's no good. But not many people are really saying that. Many people are really saying, I don't know. I have no clue. When I see it, I'll believe it. And that's fair. But y'all don't like that. You want people to go in blind and just show loyalty and give respect where it ain't due yet. So when he proves himself, I'm going to praise him. A lot of people are going to praise him. And when you say, no, I keep the same energy, I'm a basically look in that camera and say, no, what you going to do about it? And you're going to sit here and try to troll all season, talk about, TD didn't like him to begin with. And I didn't want to draft Tua for the very reason of what I saw last year. Yes, sir. No, put that back. I didn't want to draft him because of the very reason I saw last year. I had concerns. And those concerns still haven't been proven yet. And once they're proven, I'm going to say I'm glad we drafted, and that's why I'm not the general manager. That's why I'm not the general manager. But the truth is, the reason why some of y'all mad is because y'all don't even know what to expect. You're hopeful. You believe because of what you saw in Alabama. But ladies and gentlemen, this isn't Alabama. And this certainly ain't the competition that Alabama plays. You got to get it out the mud. You got to earn every bit of it. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. Matter of fact, you're sorry fans for just giving somebody something. You are not objective. You are not objective. And I will, for the life of me, beat my drum saying that the Miami Dolphins fan base, this is why we've sucked for the last 21 years, because you always want to give somebody something. And when you give them something, there is no accountability in the fan base. There is zero accountability in fan bases. Why would your team do better if the fan base don't care if you do? A team can sit there and say, I know we got to get better at the quarterback position, but the fans love them, so it is what it is. Even if we fail, they'll know it's because of the person they love. So they ain't going to hold us accountable. They ain't going to hold us accountable. Fans play a major role. What you allow is what they'll be fine with giving you. They will be fine giving you what you allow. And that's why we've been the way that we've been for the last 21 years. Ridiculous. Look at this. Go to Valoa. First of all, your name is Go to Valoa, so that tells me automatically you're trying to defend Tua in this conversation. And then you put a comment that says, fans are not supposed to be objective, sir. Shut up. You talking about fans ain't supposed to be objective. You done lost your mind? You're supposed to be the most objective. Because the goal of a fan is to want to build a dynasty with the perfect team. How you gonna do that without being objective? I bet you we still had Josh Rosen on this doggone roster. Go to Valoa, you yourself will be objective. If we had Josh Rosen on this roster right now, you the same one that would be objective, if you even a Dolphin fan. Because if we had Rosen on this roster, you might not even be a Dolphin fan because you're a tournier. I don't need to read the definition of fanatic because I don't subscribe to the word fanatic. I don't subscribe to the word fanatic. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I don't take it as far as being a fanatic because a fanatic lives in straight up delusion. But I will tell you this. I used to be a fanatic, and where has it gotten me? Same place it's gotten all y'all. Nowhere. Nowhere. So forget being a fanatic. I'm a freaking fan. I want my team to do better. I'm going to call it how I see it. I'm not going to blindly love every single thing that they do. At some point, you get tired of that crap. At some point, you get tired of that crap. If Tua go out there and get hit in the leg because Austin Jackson sucked, y'all same fanatics will be fine if they bring Julian Davenport back. And what that's going to do, that's even worse. And I'm supposed to be a fanatic about that? Get out of here. Get out of here. Y'all same people that make it seem like I'm supposed to be raving about Tua out here talking trash about Noah Igbenogany. The same people that's supposed to say I'm blindly supposed to just give a player credit out here literally just taking the number 2 on Austin Jackson. Y'all be talking trash about these other players. Let Tua throw for 5,000 yards this year, but Byron Jones get burnt every week. You'll be talking crap. But let Byron Jones have 10 picks and Tua throw for 2,000 yards and we lose, you'll be making every excuse in the world. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That pick and choose behavior y'all got. I wouldn't even be acting like this if y'all act this way with every player on the roster. Y'all don't act like this with every player on the roster. That's my only issue. I would shut my mouth if I heard zero criticism about Noah Igbenogany, zero criticism about some of these players that y'all criticize. I wouldn't say a word if you kept it even across the board. But you build Tua up by criticizing other people. Jakeem Grant is a bum. They need to trade Jakeem Grant. He dropped the ball of Tua's. Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. Why y'all ain't giving Grant the benefit of the doubt last year? Yeah, he dropped a few balls. Didn't Tua throw a few picks? Didn't Tua throw a few overthrown balls? Didn't Tua have a few hold the ball too longs? So when y'all want to make this all about Tua, oh, you just hate Tua. No, I'm sticking up for the rest of them guys on this roster that y'all talk trash about just to make Tua look better. So if you're a real fan or fanatic, whatever you want to call it, why you don't act that way with the whole team? Why you don't treat the whole team like that? Why you don't love on the whole team like that? The whole team. The hypocrisy is real. And that's what I fight against every chance I get, the hypocrisy. You're not on my watch. You're not going to build one player up by tearing another one down. Build them all up or tear them all down. Or just do what I do, which y'all seem to hate. Call it how you see it. You playing good, let's talk about you good. You playing like trash, we going to talk about how trash you playing. Call it how you see it. Because Tua is unfairly scrutinized by everything else. People are only offsetting what y'all doing. That's what y'all need to understand. I agree. Tua is overly scrutinized. But in large part of the reason why he's overly scrutinized is because y'all overpraise him. Y'all overpraise him. Somebody who ain't did nothing in this league. You overpraise him. I asked the question on the show last night. What respect has Tua earned? Can somebody tell me in the comment section, what has he done to earn respect in this league? Give me one tangible thing that he's done to earn respect that every quarterback hasn't done. What's wrong with saying that a player needs to prove it? What is wrong with saying that he needs to go out and put up great performances so that he can earn that respect? What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? The man has done nothing in the NFL for somebody to say he earned respect. And I ain't talking about just general respect. Y'all know what I mean. As a starting quarterback in the NFL, that another team will respect him or have a concern about him. There ain't a single team in the NFL right now that's scared of Tua Tagovailoa. And that is a fact. He has to go make them fear him. He don't got that level of respect. And that's what we want to see. But y'all, I get to talking like this, and y'all make it seem like, oh, TD, you hating on Tua. Ain't nobody hating on him. Can we make him prove it? Can we make him prove it first? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about the people that say, well, Tua's going to, he's going to prove a lot of doubters wrong. Nothing's wrong. I've never had a problem with that comment. because that's what you believe. That's fine. But it's the people that want to come at you and try to criticize you for wanting him to prove it. So if you're one of them individuals that put in the comment section, Tua is about to prove everybody wrong, I am not talking to you. Don't get in your feelings. This is not addressed to you. There is nothing wrong with saying somebody is going to prove something because that's what you believe. I love that. Because I'm hopeful that happens. I am solely talking to the people who got a problem with other people saying that he ain't proved nothing yet. Because he ain't. He ain't proved nothing. I'm dying for him to freaking prove something. Because that means we on the right track and we finna win. We need a Super Bowl. I need him to prove it. And this is stuff I'm talking about right here. And hopefully you ain't talking about me, Slim Dolphin Cutter, too negative. Tell me what I've said that's negative. That's the key, ladies and gentlemen. These trolls, they put stuff like that in the comment section. And maybe you're not talking to me, Slim, but if you are, please tell me what I said that was actually negative. All I said is he ain't proved nothing yet, and we need him to. Tell me what's negative. Don't write a comment saying, where do I start? Just start. Just start. Y'all be talking out the side of your neck, don't even know what you're talking about. Write in the comment section what I said that was negative. That ain't objective and not true. Please tell me. I need to hear some positive energy from you, bro. Then check me at 4:25 tomorrow. That's when that's going to be there. I ain't got to give you positive all the time. Has Tua given us positive all the time? Some of y'all don't, you don't like to subscribe to what the facts. You don't like to subscribe to reality. You're living in this world where you want people to tell you everything you want to hear. You don't want the truth. You just want what makes you feel good. You just want what makes you feel good. You don't want the truth. Because the truth will lead you to a longer lasting ability of feeling good. But you want to hide. You want to hide those deep emotional feelings that you have. That just ain't good. You can't hide them forever, bro. They're going to build up on you. And you're going to explode one day. Ain't nothing wrong with making this man prove something. Nothing wrong with that. We all hope he does. You all said TD giving y'all a heads up just in case tomorrow goes wrong. I don't even want to think that way. I want to think that it's gonna go great. But ain't nothing wrong with me saying he gotta prove that first. Because this is my whole point. I'm giving y'all possibilities. I'm not saying that he's gonna be trash this year. He gonna throw 20 picks and blah blah blah. I'm not saying that. I never said that. But I call the news and I call the commentary how I see it. And it's simple. I've said it a million times. I believe Tua takes another step this year. It's just a matter of how big that step is. And is it going to be good enough? And if he takes that step, that's going to be a beautiful thing. That's growth. But if he doesn't take that step, what was wrong with me saying, what if he doesn't? People ain't got to prove nothing anymore, man. The homie EM said, drop the link. Cool. I got about another 10 minutes. See what he got to say on this, man. I just dropped the link, bro. If you're still there, come through. TD is right. He ain't proved nothing yet. And it don't mean he won't. But people got to stop attacking other fans for saying, man, I just don't know, man. We'll see. Oh, what do you mean you don't know? You a hater. Dang, people can't say I don't know. You're allowed to automatically project success, but they can't have a doubt. They can't have a doubt. DM Fins Up said, TD, back your quarterback and stop the nonsense. I wonder, did you back Josh Rosen? Did you back Josh Rosen? Matter of fact, when they drafted Tua and Josh, did you back Fitz? I'm just curious. Forget that. Last year, did you back Josh Rosen? And I get Josh Rosen, he didn't deserve to get backed. But at the same token, I'm just curious, did you back him? What's up, EM?
Damn, bro. What I miss? What did I miss, man?
I'm just tired of these people
Damn.
who literally subscribe to not making a player earn it, bro.
I feel you. I get
Has
it.
you earned any respect in this NFL yet?
No, not yet.
Is there anything with making him earn it before we sit there and don him the best player in the NFL?
There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You know how I feel about it. So, and my approach to Tua, it's not just relative to Tua, it's Tua. 1 through 53. Every player, you're gonna have to earn it. I've been burned, and I'm with you in terms of my undying loyalty to this team and to players over the years. To wind up just being let down consistently year after year after year, and I completely changed my approach to this team. For me to sit up here and just heap praise on a player or a coach, or it could be the janitor in the organization, it could be the janitor inside the building. You're gonna have to earn it, and you're gonna have to earn it by your performance on the field. Period.
And you changed your approach, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you used to be just like the rest of us, where we gave everybody everything when they came in.
Yep. When it changed for me was Ryan Tannehill.
Exactly.
Not to bring up old wounds, but it was Ryan Tannehill. I said,
I was gonna say Ryan Tannehill changed it for me, but you'll probably try to troll me and say Rosen did. But anyway.
But I feel you. I get it. But
here's what's amazing to me, EM. Tua only had 9 games, right? One season, less than a season. And there are people who got mad that other people said, go get Watson or get another quarterback. And what was their argument? He's only been in the league 1 year. What are y'all talking about? And it was fair for them to say that, okay? But why? But why were people so eager to see if we can have a replacement for Austin Jackson, see if we can have a replacement for Hunt? You remember this offseason when some better options came available?
Yeah.
They were so easy about, man, we need to go get that guy to play left tackle instead of Austin Jackson, or that guy instead of Robert Hunt. But it's the same thing with Tua. They were rookies.
I get it. I understand. And TD, I posed a question, when I brought this up, on your platform as well as Reasons platforms and others, my approach, like to just the Deshaun Watson situation specifically, I just looked at it as an upgrade, and it's like, and I brought the question up, well, if, and that created a firestorm. So many people were coming at me, in my DMs, you know what I mean? Labeling me, I'm a fair weather fan, et cetera, et cetera. And I posed a question to him, if the Rams, offered Aaron Donald for Raekwon Davis, would you be open to that trade? Everybody said yes. I said, well, if the Cowboys are offering Zach Martin for Robert Hunt, would you be open to that trade? Oh, yeah, absolutely. So why wouldn't you be open for an upgrade to that position? Is Watson not clearly the upgrade over to it at this point in time? And everybody agreed, but yet they don't want to. But it's like, well, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I think, again, these homers, and again, I'm not here to try to stir up anything or anything like that, but these homers and these casuals that, they make me sick, bro. They really do. And I've been preaching this since last year with Tua. I said, bro, soon as we got Tua and soon as we drafted him, what did I say? He will be graded and evaluated just like every other player. And you remember last year, bro, when I was preaching this same sentiment about him. Man, it just created a firestorm. And I don't know why people, they just don't. I can't, something, to be honest with you, I guess I can't, at the end of the day, expect people to take the same approach to this team that I do. I guess, everybody's different. Everybody, they evaluate different, whatever. But I just don't get why people, they're so quick to anoint and so eager to anoint players. You know what I mean? Without them earning it. I just don't understand that. And to me, that's the definition of a casual fan, because all you're doing, if a player doesn't have the resume,
it's worse than a casual fan. They fanboys.
If a player does not have the resume to substantiate your loyalty, you're leaning 100% off your feelings, bro. And that is the definition of a casual fan, in my opinion.
All feelings, all these emotional ones.
So it's what it is. I'm pulling for two. At the end of the day, I think we all are. Obviously, if you're a Dolphin fan, obviously you're pulling for every player. You want every player to maximize their potential. So you know how I feel about Tua, the person off the field, and Tua, the player, his potential, his ceiling. But at the end of the day, he's going to have to get it. He's going to have to earn it just like everybody else, bro. Period. I don't know what else to say to these people. I really don't. So
that respect, then the fight should be for nobody to be left behind. Everybody should be getting behind that. Once he earns that respect, you're going to hear nothing but streams arguing with people who still trying to diminish him. But until he earns that respect, those people have a valid argument. Yeah, there's two sides to it. Now, I understand the hate of people saying he's just going to be trash. He's going to be a bust. That's just hate because nobody knows what he's going to turn out to be yet. But all I'm saying is people need to allow other people to have their opinion. And because some of these people get to a level of disrespect because they disagree with somebody else's opinion.
Oh yeah, they must have something specific happen, or you just talking in general? Because you fired up today, bro.
No, just in general, man. Because, bro, listen. The one thing that I have a zero tolerance with in life in general is chosen ignorance. Everybody's ignorant about something, but when you choose to be ignorant, and sometimes that's driven by your feelings, you don't want to live in a factual world or a respectful world where you respect opinions and stuff like that. That's chosen ignorance, and it's just one of them things I don't even like around me. It's contagious.
Yeah, I don't even frequent a lot of these platforms anymore like I used to because of
people attack other people. I read certain things and I see people jump on people, and I'm like, if I read something where somebody comments, right? They'll comment, they'll say something like, well, you know what? I hope Tua becomes great. He just hasn't earned it yet, and I hope he does. That's the fairest of statements you can make.
I agree.
The comments under it be like, you're a hater.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're stupid if you don't think he. Yeah. Those people are really ignorant to me. Like, really, something wrong with them.
It makes you sick. It makes me physically sick. It really does. And like I said, I was gonna say I don't frequent a lot of these platforms because I see a lot of these newer faces on these platforms, and man, it's just like the homerism and the casual fans perspective, and it's like, they want to live there. Nobody knows everything about this game, but when you're willingly ignorant and you want to live there, bro, it just and then again, like you said, when you have a different perspective and when they try to attack you with ridicule and all because you just have a different perspective, it just makes me absolutely sick, bro. And I try to, I just distance myself somewhat from a lot of these newer individuals that I'm seeing frequenting these different platforms for that reason, because we all know Ian Dolphin can act a fool at the drop of a dime. So I'm trying to turn over a new leaf in my life. So so I'm trying to refrain from that. So, so I get it. I understand 100%, bro.
Well, so I say don't turn over that leaf, just be you, because there's some things you can't fix.
Yeah. Well,
hey, Flip side Fisher said, TD, they may be just kids. That's the point that I'm trying to make to y'all. These
no. These grown
men.
No, these overgrown men.
Grown men doing this, man.
No.
You can't make it up. These be grown men, age 20 to 60, be grown. Grown men be doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what a opinion is, and they get in their feelings about another man.
Yeah. Now, if I know you're a kid, I'm gonna let you make it. I'm gonna let you make it. But if you a grown man and you up here to spewing foolishness, every single night. Oh no. I'm gonna have to call you out. We're gonna have to have a conversation about that. But no, these are grown men I'm talking about specifically. I'm talking about grown men, overgrown men.
And I gotta say this to everybody watching right now, man. First of all, y'all hit that like button if you appreciate the content in general. But I gotta say this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna sit here on this channel and tell you what you want to hear. I made this channel to tell you what I believe. It don't mean I'm gonna be right. It don't mean I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm telling you what I believe. But let me tell you something about me that I hope a lot of y'all subscribe to. I ain't asked you to be like me. You can only be like you. You can do you better than anybody else, so do it. But one thing I suggest a lot of y'all do, listen to all point of views. I listen to people who agree with me. I listen to people who disagree with me, because if they have literally today, I could say one thing about Tua. And tomorrow, if he comes out and give me different data, I could change my whole outlook. And that's growth. Some of y'all don't know what growth is in your life. Growth is simply if a variable changes, you're able to adapt to that. And not hold on to the variable you believed in the first place, just for the simple fact you don't want to be wrong. You're immature if you got a problem with being wrong. Maturity is when you know you were wrong and you get on the right side. But you don't get on the right side just blindly. You get data and information and facts that suggest that you should cross the road. And you cross it proudly. And you stand over there like you've been over there forever. That's why I told y'all, if Tua balls out tomorrow, it's Tua time, baby. Oh, we got the best quarterback in the NFL. And y'all haters gonna be like, no, TD, you're not allowed to. What you gonna do? What you gonna do to stop me from loving on him now? Nothing. So stop the crap, man. Stop the crap. Grow up, man. Call it how you see it. It makes for better commentary to speak the facts, so you know where the team is headed.
TD is turned up. Damn, bro.
I'm supposed to be giving you this shit. You don't never
Dang, bro. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. This, just be glad we have football tomorrow. I was on Reason's platform last night for a little bit, and I was listening to him for a while before I hopped in for a little bit. And so I listened to him for a little bit, and they were just, rehashing all the old stuff we've been talking about all year. And I was just like, man, I was just thinking to myself, man, thank God there's football, bro. No more talking, no more excuses. Everything will get settled on the field like it should. So I'm just looking forward to tomorrow, bro. We just, we just got these individuals that, they want to, these casual fans, let them be casual fans. And, you keep it moving, bro. But there's football tomorrow, thank God.
I get nervous every time around this time, man. Like tomorrow around 1 o'clock, I'll probably be streaming another game. But I'm telling y'all, when the fourth quarter of that game come, my nerves are like at an all-time high. Because
I'm starting to feel it, bro. It's like,
because you want it so bad. You want everything to go the right way.
Yeah.
You want to see a great performance from Tua. You want the defense to pick up where they left off last year. You want the O-line to just protect them. It's like, and you want to see a good running game. Like, you're nervous because one game can just crush your whole heart.
I agree. I'm going to be honest with you, TD. This year, bro, I agree 100%. I want it so this year more than any other year. I don't know why, but this year I want it so bad, bro. I want to be playing on Wild Card Weekend. I want this organization to be moving in the right direction, and I want it, bro. It's like I can taste it, bro. I mean, literally, it's like you can taste it, and I'm so nervous. I'm optimistic, but at the same time, I'm nervous and that anxiety is kicking in. It's like I'm playing tomorrow, bro. And I've been pulling for Tua. I want it so bad, and I'm going to admit to you, I'll admit it. I want Tua because I believe in this kid's ceiling and his abilities so much. I want it so bad for him, especially for what he's had to endure going back from the hip injury all the way up till just 2 weeks ago when they were talking about dealing him, entertaining the trade for Deshaun Watson. So I want it so bad, just the team overall, bro. And if, like I said, man, I'm knocking on wood here, but I just got to keep it 1,000. If they don't get this thing turned around, I am really going to sit down and reevaluate how loyal. I'm gonna have to reevaluate my loyalty to this franchise. I'm serious, bro. I'm dead serious. I mean, just in terms of, I'm gonna still watch him and root for him, but I mean, in terms of the money that I spend every year.
Energy, exactly.
You know what I mean?
You never held him accountable to that point.
Right. I am, bro. And that's just not relative to Tua, but that's the organization as a whole. They don't get this done, bro. If they don't get this thing turned around. And again, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what cast of characters. All I care about is the end result. And the end result is to put a consistent winner out on that field every Sunday. And so, man, I could taste it, bro. So it all starts tomorrow, bro. Playtime is over.
Yeah.
Playtime is over. The excuses are done. All the talking is done, finished. You either get it done, or you don't. Period.
You made me more nervous. And then Heartbeat, who is this guy in the comment section? Heartbeat or something like that. He made me nervous too. But his comment, he said the reason why you're nervous is because all the pieces are there. And
that absolutely
could be more of a real statement, because if you fail with all the pieces being there,
I know, right? That's a killer. That's a gut punch, bro.
Oh my gosh!
But to be honest, his statement is absolutely true, because when can you remember, when collectively now, as the roster as a whole, when have we had this much talent? When have we ever been this most talented? As the roster is concerned, I can't remember a year we've ever been this talented, defense, offense. In it, collectively. So, yeah, bro, and you lose. That's what I'm saying, man. If you don't get it done, bro, like I said, I'm not trying to tell people how to conduct themselves with this team and, hey, do you. But I'm saying for me personally, bro, I am going to sit down and have a long conversation internally of, and reassess my loyalty to this team. So it's what it is, man. Playtime is over. Playtime is over.
When you say that, I want to be clear to people too. I'm not telling you how to assess this team. I'm not telling you what to believe and how to believe. My gripe has nothing to do with anything that you believe about this team, or if you overpraise or underpraise anyone. My only gripe is the disrespect and the bullying that people give to other people for having an opinion as well. That's all. It's no issue with you overly confident about Tua, saying he's the best ever. That's not an issue at all. That's fair. That's fandom. Now, I'm with that, because come 425 on Sunday, tomorrow, even to me, he's the best quarterback in the NFL until he proves otherwise. But at the same token, I just don't like the bullying of people who have a different opinion. Everybody's entitled to theirs. No one has to be disrespectful, because I see subscribers of ours getting disrespected for having an opinion. That's cancerous, man. That is not helping our fan base whatsoever. I respect everybody's opinion that he's great and he's going to be great and blah, blah, blah. I respect it, even if I disagree with certain things. But we can't be disrespectful to each other. We can't be disrespectful to each other. It's that simple. We can have disagreements and still get along. At the end of the day, it's about that logo over anybody or anything. And that's what I think a lot of people lose in translation. It's about the logo over anybody and anything. Period. Shout out to Go to Valoa saying 100% TD. And that's what I'm talking about. We just had an exchange back and forth, but the mutual respect at the end of the day. That's what has to maintain there. We got to keep that level of respect. As soon as you cross the line, anything goes, and we don't need that type of relationship. Me, you, or anybody in this community don't need that type of relationship. But a lot of answers will be at least started to be given tomorrow.
Oh man, it's like
listen.
It's like the night before Christmas.
Oh man, I'm
gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. If I had a platform, I'd be streaming all night, bro. Anybody that's up,
I'll be streaming tonight, man.
That's what's up.
You're supposed to hop on tonight.
Yeah. I'll be on tonight because I'm not going to sleep, bro. It's like like I said, it's like Christmas Eve. So
yeah, we gonna chat it up tonight, man, and then we might hear from a few people, see what they think about tomorrow, man. But tomorrow's the day, man. I can't wait for that first drive, offense or defense. I'm gonna be up in my seat. Woo! I'm pumped for it, but I'm nervous, man.
Well, yeah. I'm bringing out all the guns tomorrow too. I got the I got a brisket on right now. I'm gonna have that goose out tomorrow. I'm gonna have my Coronas out, and we gonna make it do what it do.
Hope everybody ready for tomorrow game. 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going down the Miami Dolphins road to the Super Bowl. Like, man, like that's another thing that I'm nervous about because bro, with this team right here, just hypothetically, if Tua plays top 10 football, how far can we go?
I think top 10, I think that's a little, if he does do that, and I don't doubt that he can't get to that level. But I mean, in the second year, that might be a little unrealistic. You know what I mean? But who knows? He might. But I think in terms of us going far, I think Tua can, if he ascends to top 15 level, I think we can win. We can get to the playoffs and we can upset a team. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
We did a little exercise last night, bro, where we looked up all the starting quarterbacks and we kind of ended him up at around 17. Like this year, what we project, we basically said, will he be better than Brady this year, performance-wise? No. So we went down the line, and he ended up around 16, but there was some well, he ended up at 17 at the end of the day. And they basically had him at number 27. So that would be a 10-position jump. Is that a good jump this year?
Oh, absolutely. Who did y'all have in front of him like immediately? Like who was 15, who was 16? You remember?
Man, you would have to name them all for me because I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, in year 2 now, and considering
it's like Derek Carr.
Okay. I mean, that's a significant.
Like 15 or 16 or something.
To go from where he was last year to ascend to 17. That's considering. He only played 9 games, right?
Bro, Tannehill was 16 or 15.
Oh, okay. Damn. Y'all had Tannehill ranked that low, huh? I'm shocked that you.
No, the list that we looked at was at 15.
Okay. But I think that'd be a tremendous achievement for Tua if he was able to ascend to that level. Again, right around 15. I think we can get to the playoffs, bro. Because like I said, this roster is loaded for the most part. Yeah. Really, my biggest concern is the interior linebacker position. I'm even more concerned about the interior linebacker position than I am the offensive line as a whole. That's my biggest concern right now. Now, Austin Jackson, on the other hand, is my biggest concern. But the other 4 guys, the other 4 starters, not so much. But the list linebacking core, this interior linebacking core is keeping me up at night, bro. I'm not sleeping well lately. So, but we'll see. We'll see. But if Tua does that, I think that's a significant enough jump for him to get in that, 15 to 17. And again, Tua, I mean, who knows? He could turn out to have a Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes ascension MVP type season in his second year. Who knows? I think Tua has that skill set, but more likely that don't happen that often. But if he gets to that point, that's a significant achievement for him, bro. I think that's enough for us to get to the playoffs and get a victory, bro. I truly believe that.
Now, I want to hit you with the controversial question that we asked last night, and this is where it gets interesting. So if he does make a good improvement, I mean, it ain't like whoa, but a good improvement around the 15, ranked 15, right? Because that is a great improvement, right? Is that good enough for us to move forward with him in the third season if a certain somebody fix their situation?
Damn, TD.
That's the question I asked last night, because that's what it's going to come down to, in my opinion.
If Tua makes that type of leap, if he gets into the top 15 realm, if he's clearly a top 15 quarterback this year, yeah, I think that's enough of a leap, bro.
That's enough of a leap for them to, especially if the situation is resolved, for them to bypass.
Yeah, I would have to say that.
I say he would have to be top 10. I say he would have to be top 10 in the NFL.
But damn, like I said, TD, that's for him to go from where he is to top 10 status. That's like a historical jump, you know?
I agree. But once again, that's still where I think, because again, you're asking them to ignore a top 5 quarterback.
This is true, but if he can get from where he is last year to 15, you're forecasting another leap in year 3. I mean, he can go from 15 to top 10. Well, then at that point, if you got a quarterback performing at a top 10 level, bro, you can win a Super Bowl with that.
The problem is you're constantly gambling on an upside that hasn't been proven each time.
But that's what I'm saying, TD. If he go from where he was to 15 this year, okay, well, what's preventing him? Why aren't you optimistic about him taking another significant leap in year 3?
No. I'm not saying that he can. I'm being, I have to give both sides of it. You know what I mean?
I hear you. But I think, but if it's clear,
he might make another jump. See, here's the difference. What I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. There's a difference between a guy who's coming from number 27 and got his way all the way up versus starting at 15. Like, I think Herbert was like 12 or 13 on the list. You see what I'm saying there? Mm-hmm. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. So
I get it.
We keep betting on the jump, but at some point the jump starts to get less and less. And so when you look at the comparison, if you're going to bet on the trend, look at who has a much higher upside at this point. You see what I mean? And neither of them may even be at that other guy's level, even with the jumps.
I hear you. But I just think, again, it goes back to from where he was to where he is now, because the season hasn't started yet. But if he jumps from that point and he's clearly a top 15 guy, I mean, you have to bet on that upside too, because you got to consider, okay, if you're still a little concerned about, and I get the Watson, I get Tua might not ever be the player Deshaun Watson is, but in terms of for us to have the overall team success, well, then that's a conversation you're going to have. Are we better? Okay, Tua took this significant enough leap in year 2 to get to 15, and we're forecasting another leap in year 3, and him taking that leap in addition to our resources that we have in terms of draft capital and free agency dollars. Does that outweigh just swapping him out? All of those resources with Deshaun Watson. That's the serious conversation you need to have. But as of right now, no, I would not be. I would trade Tua for Watson in a heartbeat if he didn't have those issues. But what I'm saying is because Tua hadn't taken that leap yet. But if you're seeing tangible growth, especially at that level, at some point, TD, you just have to bet on that trajectory, bro. You got to bet on that upside.
Well, I don't think you just go blindly in and bet on it. I think it's just so many factors that have to be considered. Like, for example, it's upside, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same token, you're also you're putting this as a little cherry on top with all the money and all the draft capital that we have. Mm-hmm. That's why you bet on it. I agree to a degree, and here's why. because at some point we only got 2 years left of having this type of money and capital. After 2 years, we will never, if we bet on that, we will never be in this position again, because your quarterback's going to get his money. All of these freaking first round draft picks that you done brought in is going to be due money. And it is so hard to replace all these guys when you're not going to have as many draft picks after 2 years as you're not going to have as many picks as the players that you brought in. So at some point, it's going to catch up. You're not going to have draft picks anymore. You're not going to have the money anymore. That's the thing that a lot of people have to understand for 2024 and beyond. All of those high draft picks that we so graciously had, they got to get paid. And at a minimum, it's going to be 3 to 4 times what they came in as a rookie.
I hear you. But,
and the cap is going to be a stringent situation every year. That's why teams who have all that draft capital.
Well, that's why you as a front office, you as a coaching staff, your scouting department has to be on point, because you have to continuously, supplement this roster, because you can't pay everybody.
But again, now you're asking them to be perfect, and they weren't even perfect when they had all the assets. You see what I'm saying? And here's why. In the last 3 years, we might have brought in between first and second round picks. We might have brought in freaking 10 guys. But in a regular draft situation where you ain't got all those assets, that's only 6. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But here's where the chess starts to come into play, where it gets difficult, EM. Mm-hmm. Now, in year 3, Tua makes another jump, but it still ain't Super Bowl worthy potentially. But the trajectory is heading there, right? Mm-hmm. But in year 3, you also start to have to make decisions on the talent on your roster. Luckily, we built it to where his year 4 is that year. So in year 4, when we will officially say we need him to be that guy, the problem is by year 4, you have already committed long term. Mm-hmm. That's the issue. In year 4, you're going to make a long-term commitment. But in year 4, you're not going to have all the same talent. Because them contracts are ready to hit, bro.
I hear you.
Balance where your quarterback has to grow so much to where he's making up for the loss in talent. If the defense isn't as good, it's because he's getting 10 extra points a game.
That's just the nature of the NFL, TD. That's just not relative to the Dolphins and Tua. Every team has that.
But look at what teams are subscribing to in today's NFL. If that elite quarterback is there, they're going for broke and they're trying to win at least 1 or 2 bowls. It doesn't matter. We'll worry about the future later. That's what teams are doing, because that fine balance earns you. And I think teams like Baltimore, they're going to get hit with it. Lamar Jackson, even if he gets better, the longer they wait, as soon as that money comes in, did his improvement offset the loss that they're going to suffer either on offense or defense? And I don't think they'll ever find that perfect blend. And it's going to hurt them in the long run.
I just think it, like I said, bro, if Tua can get to a top 15 status, if he takes that significant of a jump in year 2, coming off of 9 games, I'm sorry, bro. I'm betting on that I'm betting on that trajectory. Okay. In addition to what we have, you know what I mean? So
listen, and I would bet on the trajectory as well if I didn't have a top 5 quarterback opportunity. But I can't bet on that trajectory, because I'm telling you, the only trajectory I bet on is one that came out the gate at least 19th. You see what I'm saying? At least, but don't get me wrong. It's kind of unfair because he only had 9 games. It's unfair to really gauge that starting trajectory, and that's where the toughness comes about it. That's where the gamble comes in. We're left with the element of gamble because he only had 9 games, so it's unfair for you to automatically write it. His starting point.
I get it, but there's a risk in either scenario. Whether you're betting, you're going all in on Watson, or you're sticking to, you're playing with Tua. There's risks involved either way.
Hold on, I gotta ask you this question and I'm not saying this to be funny. This is real talk, and I know this is probably gonna be funny to you, but real talk. If Josh Rosen in Arizona was number 32, and he came to Miami and he was number 22, that's a huge jump. You would bet on that? After what you already saw in Arizona?
No, he would have to get to, like I said, my focus was on top 15 status, bro.
Okay.
That's if he can be 32, and if you get to a top 15 status, because you can win with that. You can win with the league has proven that over the years. I mean, Dak Prescott, now I think Dak is, based off that one game Thursday night, I think he's taken a significant leap ahead. But Dak Prescott has been, a top 15. He's been a top 15 guy. And the Cowboys have routinely been to the playoffs. So again, that top 15 status and the support that you have around him with our resources, you can collectively win with that. And
but here's the issue for me. It's like Dak Prescott came in the league though from day one in that ranking.
But he wasn't top 15 his rookie year. He was probably top 20.
Season? What he did
No, I don't think he was top 15. I think he individually, I think he was maybe a 20 quarterback, something like that. But again, okay, but I've heard you say, TD, as well, that you can attribute the most of his status, his rookie year, to the support that he had around him. A lot of people unfairly, I thought, put that, they were putting that narrative out about him. He was just a product of what was around him. But my point is, to go back in history a little bit, Phil Simms. If you go back historically, Phil Simms, he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants, right? Was at any point in his career, was he considered a top 10 guy? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. So my point is, he was good enough with support around him, right? He was good enough if you support and if you put the right talent around him, collectively you can win with that. Because that's the objective. The objective is not to get a top 10 quarterback or a top 5 quarterback or have an Aaron Rodgers. That's not the objective. The objective is to put a consistent winning product out on the field, and that can come in a multitude of ways. The objective is to get to the Super Bowl, and that's what Stephen Ross has since he bought this team. That's his primary objective. But you can get there in different ways. I'm just saying in terms of your question about if Tua takes that significant of a leap, that's more than enough for me to bet on, to bet on this kid's trajectory. That's more than enough. And again, in addition to the support that we could put around him with the resources that we had.
Man, I just feel like one.
I mean, damn, TD, the San Francisco 49ers was one throw away from winning a Super Bowl. One throw away from winning a Super Bowl. Okay, but listen, we can both agree.
And that's where the deficiency was. I don't care how far away you were. You like that's my whole point of the matter. You were one throw away. But that's your quarterback.
But
that's why. That's
first off, I think Tua makes that throw. I think Tua makes that throw. But anyway, hopefully we'll be in a situation where we're in the playoffs and we're winning, and we're in that type of scenario where Tua can actually prove that he can make the step up and make those big throws in those crunch time type situations. But anyway, my point was, listen. The game, sure, they were one throw away, but the game didn't necessarily come down to that one throw. That game should have been won like a quarter before that. I mean, they were up. They were in control of that game. Lack of coaching, I think, costed them more than that throw in that Super Bowl, in my opinion, for the most part.
Yeah, I don't.
So at the end of the day, listen, all I'm saying is, but my point to bring up Jimmy Garoppolo is because, do you consider him top 10? No, absolutely not. I mean, was he top 15 that year? You can make a legit Nah. So my point is,
if the man takes
My
that
bad. Hold on.
significant of enough leap, if he from where he is 27 to 15, TD, come on, man. And again, the kid is proven, how do players get better? They put the work in. You heard Flores say that. Generally, if a player is willing to put his head down and work, good results generally follow. And Tua has proven that. So at some point in time, bro, if you see that tangible, if you see that level of growth, you got to sit there, bro. You have to will. He's checking every box off the field. He's willing to put the work in to get better every single day. You got to bet on that upward trajectory, bro, at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Got it. So and I'm
So
not opposed to that. I mean, you make a good point, but when I think about it, when I look at the quarterbacks between 11 and 15, that ain't bad company. It's not bad company at all, and I feel like that might be and maybe we can push it to 15. But where do you draw the line? Because I know we're just saying 15, but what if it's 16 or 17? At what
no,
point do you make it a hard line?
it can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. If he don't get to that 15 status, in my opinion, and I put that number out there 15 because I think Tua can achieve that. I do with these weapons. I think he can, but he would have to get to 15. If he don't get to 15, maybe 17. If he can't crop that 15 to 17 range, nah, bro. I'm seriously entertaining, acquiring Deshaun Watson at that point.
If he don't
So,
crack,
what's that?
if he doesn't crack that.
Yeah. If you don't get to that level, considering where we are as an organization in win now mode, the way this team is presently constructed, no, bro, I'm seriously entertaining acquiring him. So, but look, are you worried? Are you that? You sound like you are just. You sound like you have no faith. Oh, TD.
No. I give it. See, I can sit here all day and just talk. Tua's gonna do it. Tua's gonna do it. That's fine and dandy. But I also want to talk about the situation, how it is. See, I've gotten to a point even on this channel. I want to start looking ahead to the future at all the scenarios.
Right.
So we know what we have in front of us looking. The goal is for Tua to be the guy so we can keep our assets, we can keep our money, and we can move forward building around him. In the event that doesn't happen, what does that look like? That's all. I explore all options on this channel. So
I get it. I'm trolling you a little bit. I'm trolling you a little bit, but I get it. I understand.
Nobody feels surprised. We just simply understand what we need to do next. And we're not moping about it. We know that we have alternative plans. The problem is in the past, we just went for broke on certain people and had no alternative. And we're like, what do we do now? I just like talking through those things because a lot of things that we've dealt with have happened. And I've talked through them already. And I've told people, why are you surprised? We've talked through this possibility already. But I will say this, man. I'm not sold that it's a guarantee that he's going to be the guy.
Yeah, and I'm not sold either. You can only be completely sold on a player unless you see him do it. And Tua has not done that. I believe Tua can be the guy. It's my belief, in his ceiling based off, my evaluation of him personally. But nobody can be completely sold until you see him do it, bro. It's like, nobody was really sold on Peyton Manning, that he could win the big one until what happened? He did it. Remember the criticism that he took? Oh, he's good in the regular season, but he can never win the big one. So nobody can be completely sold, bro, unless you see him do it. But I just think, again, like I said, bro, I am not worried about Tua. Can you hear me? Titty, you there? You there? I don't know what happened. TD, you there, bro? Can y'all hear me in the comments? Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay, that's what's up. Well, but yeah, I think I don't know what happened to TD, but I think he got a little drunk off his foolishness, I guess. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, who everybody in the comments who's out there who is excited as I am for tomorrow. Man, it seems like we've been waiting 10 years for football. And man, so looking forward to our team, bro. I, I know we touched on this earlier, but I, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. I think this team is poised to do some big things this year. Um, you know, and I just, I want it so bad. I want the overall team success so bad. But relative to Tua, yeah, I'm pulling for this kid. I know it seems like I'm maybe at times I'm overly harsh on him, and in my critique of him at times, but it's because I believe so much in him. I think his kid can truly be a franchise quarterback, and we can be successful with him overall. And so that's why at times I might seem a little bit harsh on him, but I think Tua is going to. I think Tua at the end of the day is going to wind up being that guy for us. You back,
What's up,
TD?
y'all?
Yeah,
Can
I'm
y'all
back.
hear me?
My bad. My laptop died. I had to log into the web version on my phone.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Esteban, what's good,
Yeah.
homie?
What's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, because I'm on my Bluetooth, so I don't know how it sounds, man. I lost my headset.
Do I sound okay? Y'all
Um,
not hearing any feedback because my
yeah,
my
yeah,
head.
you sound fine earlier. It was echoing for a little bit,
Okay,
but yeah,
cool,
man,
cool.
don't worry, man. The appetizers today at 6 o'clock. Arkansas is gonna get barbecued. You know what I mean? Texas barbecue's better, bro. And then
Yeah,
it's
okay. Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You,
Yeah, yeah.
hook 'em, baby. Oh.
They in Fayetteville. They're playing in Fayetteville, baby. Those are, bro. It's dangerous up there in Fayetteville, bro. If you're a
Yeah.
Texas fan,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
know, bro. I know. It's gonna be a game, bro, that nobody's even talking about, man. That's gonna be,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Texas
yeah.
going
You
into Arkansas. Yeah,
real quick, Esteban, what you got on the grill for tomorrow, bro?
bro. Some ribs, bro. I'm gonna do some ribs. I'm gonna do some sausage. Probably some burgers, and I probably won't eat most of it. I just like the grill, bro. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
actually,
That's what's up.
the ribs are thawing out right now. So yep.
Yeah, I'm smoking a brisket right now, bro. And
Are you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I don't know tomorrow. I got that brisket on, and I'll put something else on the grill. I hadn't decided what I'll be grilling tomorrow morning. But when you grilling that
You know
brisket, you got to
what?
put it on a little early. So
You know we ain't gonna get no sleep, so I might as well get a brisket too and smoke it.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, because
yeah,
you wake up first game with all the nerves. You just wake up, you
yeah,
check on the meat. You know,
yeah. Does it feel like
you
the
go
night
into your
before?
thoughts.
Does it feel like the night before Christmas to you too, as well, bro? Or is it just
Man,
me?
bro, I tell you, man, I just don't see how Tua don't show up in this game, man. I'm gonna be in shock, bro. Not shock, but I just don't see it, man. I don't see how he wouldn't show up, man. I can't even envision that. I don't know why. I know maybe it sounds like a homer take, but I can't even, like, how you can envision that you're gonna lose very
Hmm.
easily. You know what I mean? You used
Hmm.
to with our team, but I just can't even envision him not showing up, man. So I you know he's got to have his hand and foot all over this game. That's the way I feel, man. Honestly, that's what my gut's telling me. So it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard. Like I said, man. I can't envision it. I don't know why. I can't envision him doing that or not showing up. It's all I see, man, is him showing up. So I don't know what y'all's gut feelings are telling y'all, bro, but
yeah,
my,
I
my
think two. I think two will be fine tomorrow. I don't think he's gonna come out and throw for 400, or anything like that. But I don't think we need him to do that. I just want him to come out, make good decisions. Um, the biggest leap I want to see from him tomorrow is on third down, because if he makes good decisions, he's you know he's consistent. knowing where to go with the football, and he's efficient on third down. There's no way. I think we win this game pretty easily. I mean, like I said, I think we're going to win 28-17. But as far as Tua, I think Tua's going to be efficient, bro. He's going to be, I think we're going to get that Arizona version of Tua. I think it's going to be a combination of him making play with his arm in addition to his legs, and I think we'll be fine, bro.
I think you're
Yeah, I
right when
think
you say, he ain't gonna throw for 400 yards because Belichick's just a different type, a different level of coach, and you see it, man. You see why he's got 6 Super Bowl rings opposed to Arians who just, he just won his first ring, bro. That Tampa Bay defense looked like they weren't ready for that first game, bro. They underperformed against Dallas. Dak had 400 yards. Their rush defense was still there, At times, they gave up a little, but it wasn't a whole lot. There wasn't too many leaks in the run defense. But Belichick always has his team. I mean, well, they out the gate last year, they looked good against us. And I'll say that. So, you know what I mean? I'm
I mean
expecting him to have
honestly,
his defense.
hey,
I'm expecting them to be ready.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you were talking about Belichick having the boys ready last year. I mean, honestly, I don't think their game plan was immaculate last year. I just felt like they came out and ran the ball well, and they really just stuck with it, man. And they grinded it
Well, the
out.
thing,
I agree.
I think,
what I see is just that they do the little things, the fundamentals, man, like wrapping you up and
oh
shooting the
yeah, yeah,
gap.
for sure,
The you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
They do the little stuff. You know what I mean? That it
The
just carries
details,
more
the
weight.
details.
Yeah, it carries them. It carries more weight in the first game because all these teams are going to be off. They're not all going to be calibrated and in tune that first game on either side of the ball, man. It just
Yeah,
depends
because
on
it
the
takes.
preparation.
Yeah,
That you're going to see teams that look bipolar. They don't look like themselves the first week. Just hope that it's not us. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I think that's why Brian Flores like is so like detail oriented too, man. He's just attention to detail because he knows, hey, if you come out and do the little things early, you have a shot at winning these games.
That's
When it
100%
comes to the
true.
third and fourth quarter, man, you got to tackle, you got to block, you got to be physical, you got to catch the ball, you got to make plays, and I think that's what kind of separates us from other teams that aren't as well coached either. Because I think Flores just does a good job at making sure guys are on point with what they do and like putting the system in place.
I think this is not going to be a game in terms of, this is going to be a throwback type of game, bro. It's going to be about fundamentals and attention to detail, like you just alluded to. It's going to be one of them ones you strap up. It's going to be a hat on a hat, and it's going to want to be
Yeah,
one of them old school, knock down, drag out street fights. So in terms of like exotic, formations and you know schematics and all of that. I don't think this is going to be at least on Bill Belichick's end, because I think that's not. I don't think that's an ideal situation you want to put Mac Jones in, to where you're putting the majority of responsibility on him, dropping back 35, 40 times a game. He's a
yeah, I
rookie
don't see
at the end
that.
of the day, and he's facing one of the more
Yeah,
imposing defenses in the league. So, but they're going to test our physicality. That's going to be his approach, and I think they're going to try to lean on that early on and often. But like I said, bro, I'm not concerned as much about any other aspect of this team except that interior linebacker position. Jerome Baker is going to have to earn every nickel of that contract they just gave him and Sam McGuavin. So that's what it's
yeah.
going to come down to.
I think our D line can compensate a little bit in regards to the linebackers. I mean, Wilkins in the middle. Um, they just gotta pressure them boys. They really gotta press the holes, press the gaps, stay in gaps, like got responsibility and let Baker and let them guys do their job. As long as they're eating blocks, we should be good and we should be able to get off and get to the running back. I mean,
I,
it's gonna be a
I don't
lot of
see
play action for
Wilkins.
Mac Jones.
I don't see Wilkins doing a whole lot in the first half. It takes him a while to get started. If he can come out, you know, and push them back. You know what I mean? Push back the line of scrimmage. That'll be something that you don't really see from him. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think in this game it's going to be how we're talking about fundamental. if you can just get one of these small wide receivers like Jakeem or Albert Wilson, to just get some of that yak, bro, and then have somebody one of them speed guys make a big play, that would be huge, man. That I think that's
Man,
going to
they
be
can't.
that's
Yeah,
going to
they
be something that I'm going to hope happens throughout that game is
But
that one of them just
Tua
busts
got to
out.
place Tua got to place the ball where they can get yards at the catch. He can't place it where they
Oh,
got to
he's gonna
jump
do
off they.
that, TD. He's gonna do
No,
that.
I'm
You
just
know
saying.
that.
Yeah.
This is real. He can't place the ball where they got to jump off their feet to catch it. He can't place it where they have to turn around and get it and reposition their body. All of that stuff matters, man.
Man,
If
he
you
been
want
throwing.
that big
Hey,
play.
he been
If you
throwing
want that
slants
big
his
play.
whole life. He gonna be all right.
Yeah, I know we are.
I think TD nitpicking a little bit too much, bro. A little
Yeah, I
bit
mean,
too
Yeah,
much.
man.
But
honestly,
once
Tua be
again,
fine.
honestly,
Them real
you
close
can't
games.
overthink
Tua be
it.
fine.
that's not nitpicking. That's the difference between yak and no yak. Like, how is
But
that nitpicking?
But listen. I go back to your critique of him about the throw he made to Mike Gesicki in the preseason game with Chicago. I mean, TD, you were sitting up here critiquing him. First off, the ball was perfectly thrown, right?
Right.
He completed it. Mike Gesicki was able to turn and get yards after the catch. Did he
Bro,
not?
that's my whole point.
Hang on, TD.
It would have
Hang
been a
on.
touchdown if he didn't have to turn.
I mean, every ball's not gonna be perfect, TD. That's the game.
I know he expects to
That's
see every ball.
That's the NFL. I get what you're saying.
No. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Ideally,
This is what I'm talking about right here.
ideally, every pass would be
No,
perfect.
this is what I'm talking
But
about
it's
right here.
not.
The ball's not going to be perfect, TD. But if
Not
it
every
was
time.
perfect, it would have been a
Yeah.
touchdown.
Right. I get
TD.
it. But you gotta take what you get. I mean, you can't get it every time.
I'm not complaining about us getting it. But this was a conversation about yak. That's the difference between a touchdown and a 40-yard game.
Well, you also got
ball or an acceptable ball.
All right, but keep in mind, it's also Gesicki. He's not breaking away from anybody, so he's not going to
Yeah,
separate.
that is
but
true.
He already had the separation. He was 15 yards from the end zone.
TD, I think I do think at times I do think at times you're nitpicking a little too much, bro. You know what I mean?
So why do y'all call that nitpicking? Him getting the catch is acceptable enough. All I'm doing is pointing out the difference between a 40-yard play and a touchdown. Dude, why is that so hard for people to understand? If you throw the ball perfect, it's a potential touchdown. If you throw it, hold on, let me finish. If you throw the ball perfect, it's a touchdown. If you throw it where your receiver has to wait a little, it's a 40-yard gain. Both of them I will take, but there's a difference. That's all I'm pointing out.
Nobody's disputing that, TD.
But
nobody's disputing that.
So why is that nitpicking? All I'm doing is pointing out something that's a fact.
Because it appears now. It appears I'm not a mind reader. I can't read what's in your mind, but it appears you give hang on. You give the appearance that you expect this man to make every throw perfect, every rep, bro. It's not possible.
So to respond to that is, no, I don't. All I'm saying is, if you want Esteban's point, if you want a guy to make that big play, that's what has to happen. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. Yeah, you're right, but it's not going to happen every time, and that's
I'm not expecting it to happen every time.
Damn, I can't tell.
I'm just commenting to Esteban. If you want that big play, that's what has to happen.
Hey, look,
it does need to happen. You saw the Monday night game. What Godwin was doing for Tampa. What Brady was doing with Godwin. He does need to show that ability though. It doesn't have to be all the time, but y'all saw what Godwin did on Monday night for Tampa. That's the kind of stuff that Brady's older than dirt, bro, and still getting it done. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that's the best. That's the greatest. That's the GOAT, bro. That's the best to ever do it.
Yeah, that's the GOAT.
Are you kidding me?
I agree, but did you see some of them? Did you see some of them throws for Tom Brady where, like, remember that deep throw where the receiver had to reroute and turn his body the other way?
He also missed throws. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Y'all need to stop talking about. Y'all gotta stop saying, yeah, but he also missed throws.
Everybody
Nobody's
misses throws.
nobody's expecting perfection. Take
I
the
can't
place
really,
value
Titty.
what
Can
I'm
I say
saying.
I
something real
can't
quick?
tell, bro. I mean,
Yeah, you
it
can't
appears.
tell because it's already preconceived in your mind to think negative about everything I say.
And
That's
but I'm just
why.
No,
going.
I don't
I'm
think
just
it's that.
going off your behavior. I'm just going off.
Yeah.
I'm just going off how you have your approach to this kid's
All
evaluation.
right, so
Can
But
EM,
I
hold
say
let's
on,
something?
EM.
isolate
So
EM.
I'm not saying
Let's
he's gonna be
isolate this
he's gonna be
one
Tom Brady.
conversation, bro. Let's isolate this one conversation. I am not asking him to be perfect. All I did is answer Esteban's comment. I said, in order to get that big play, you're gonna have to get that perfect throw. He may make 5 throws that if it was perfect, it could be a big play. If we get one, that's perfect. But in order to
Hey,
get one, that's typically
TD,
what you're gonna need. So
the
when I
throw to
compare
Jaceki.
hold on, let me finish. So when I compare that Brady play, Brady wasn't perfect on that throw where the receiver had to reroute. Had
Yep.
Brady been perfect, it would have been a touchdown. So you
But
see how I can do that with Brady too?
at the
I'm
end of
not
the day,
asking you to do it every play. I'm just calling out the obvious.
but at the end of the day, TD, I'll bring up that throw with Brady. Okay, sure, the throw wasn't perfect, but the ball still hit the man in his hands, bro.
Yeah, you can call it what you want, but was it easier or harder for the receiver?
Well, the ball hits you. If the ball
I
hits a
agree.
receiver,
Hey,
if a ball hits a
receivers get
receiver
paid to catch
in
the
his
ball.
hands,
I agree.
they have to make that play.
I
Period.
agree.
It
But
don't
can you
matter.
answer
Yeah,
the
it
question?
don't
Was the
matter.
play easier or harder for the receiver
It
since the
don't
ball was
matter.
on
Ball in
the
your
money?
hands, catch the ball. It don't
Did
matter.
y'all not see that receiver have to literally turn his whole body
It,
the other way
it
after
don't
running in
matter.
stride?
I play ball. Ball hit your hands, catch the ball. That's what
Bro,
you
you have
do.
to
Well,
catch that
if
ball,
you
TD.
play ball, hold on. If you play ball, can you please
If you'll
answer my
stop,
question? If you play
yes.
ball, can you please answer my question? Was it easier or harder
Of course it's more.
since the
Of
throw
course
wasn't
it's more.
perfect?
Look, of course it's more difficult, but that's what you got to do. You got to make your quarterback look good and make those
Yes, I
plays.
agree. But y'all
So
put the
that's
ownership on the wide receivers. What about the quarterback?
No, well, how many times did Tua put the ball
no.
in the spot?
A
How many
QB
times? But
has to.
see,
Hey,
here's the thing, TD. Here's
a
the thing
QB
with
has to
you.
put it
Here,
in the
I'm
vicinity.
I'm glad you brought that up. Here's the thing with you, TD. You only highlight when Tua makes it, and a less ideal throw or less than perfect throw and makes it tougher on his receiver. But what about all the other times when he makes a throw and he makes it easy on his receivers, when he hits them in stride and they routinely make,
That's where you have your select.
you never highlight the good, TD. You always
Well,
focus on the bad.
respond to you. Let me respond to that because you asked me. That's where you have your selective hearing, EM, because when Tua makes a perfect pass and the receiver drops it, I say that's terrible. You got to help your receiver out on that play.
I never heard you say that.
You got to. I know you haven't.
I never heard you say that.
You haven't. But you know what? I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to take it a step further, EM.
Go get that tape.
I know you haven't.
Somebody go get that tape and send it to me, please.
Because you
Hey,
choose
TD, can I
not
ask
to
you a
hear me say
question?
it. But let me take it one step further on this. Even if I don't say it, that does not give you the right to discount his flaws.
Nobody's saying that.
No.
Who's disputing that?
It's one thing if I don't count. It's one thing if I don't call it out both ways. But stop sitting here making excuses. If it ain't a perfect throw, it ain't a perfect throw. And if it would have been perfect, it was a higher probability. Just say you're right.
Right. But what
Instead
we're saying
of
is,
sitting here trying to give a qualifier of why I'm wrong, say that the statement that I made is right.
all right.
I just gotta say that
man.
I hope to
All
see
right,
these
so-
kind of plays tomorrow.
The statement I made was a fact, though. Was the play easier or harder since the pass wasn't perfect?
It was.
You
Of
can
course,
acknowledge it was
more
harder.
difficult.
That's
Right.
the only
It's-
point I'm making.
Right. We're not saying
I'm
it's
just
not more
saying,
difficult.
like I said, I've never heard. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I ain't never heard you highlight anything good. I ain't never heard you.
Bro,
I ain't never heard
do
that.
you watch
Never.
do you watch the live game stream?
Never.
TD,
Never.
question. This is a
Then that's
question
the
for you. 'Cause
point. Then you're not seeing me do it real time.
No,
Hey, this
no,
was
no,
a
no,
big
I
no.
play
say it all the
last
time. The receiver got to help his quarterback out.
I
can't
chime
do
in
that.
every now. It might be, I don't sit there and no. My primary focus is on the game. I don't listen to anybody's streams,
No, I
especially
get
during the game. So
I get it, but that's why you don't hear it. I say that all the time. If it's a good pass and the receiver drop it, I say, bam, you got to do a better job of protecting your quarterback.
TD. That's not true because when he threw the pass to Grant last year and
Uh-huh.
Grant dropped the bomb, you said it needed better ball placement. And you put
And what
that on
else did I say? If the ball touched Grant's hands, he still got to catch it. But the ball should have been placed better.
But you gave Tua
It's the
hell for
same.
that.
It
And it
was
hit
the
him in the
same
hands.
situation. It was the
It hit
same
him. It don't
situation.
matter. All right,
It was the
but you
same
gotta put that on the
situation with the
receiver.
Brady play. Could the
No, you
ball
gotta put
have
that on
been
the
thrown
receiver.
better? See, y'all want to ignore the fact that the ball could have been better. You want to give
We're not saying
100%
that, but it's
That's
blame
not
to
what
the
he was
never
saying,
receiver.
gonna
TD.
be perfect. It's
Are
never
we
gonna
No,
talking
be
you're
about
not
perfect.
going.
the
I know
highlights?
you're not going to be perfect, but what y'all got to understand is, if you are, then it's complete. Stop putting
Hey, there's
100% liability on the receiver.
I can't
I
believe
gotta
a
say
TD
this.
is
If
this
y'all are
turned up
talking
the day
about,
before
hey,
the
there is
game,
hold
a
on,
bro.
fine.
hold
Hold
on,
on,
He
Hold
is
on,
hold
let
on.
me get
turned
Are
this
y'all
straight.
up.
Let me
talking
get this
about?
straight.
there
Let me
is
get
a
this straight.
fine line
So
between
are
a
y'all
perfect
saying to me
ball
there is no
and an imperfect
liability on the
ball.
quarterback on those throws?
All right,
No, nobody's saying that, TD.
Then what
let
are
me get
y'all
this
Obviously,
in real
arguing with
quick,
me
because
about? I have
I
the
no,
can
right to
validate. I
criticize the
can
throw as
validate.
well.
I can
I literally
objectively
said Grant,
validate
it
for
touched
what
Grant
he's talking
hands.
about. But
I
are we
literally
talking?
said it touched Grant hands. He should have
But
caught the
you
ball.
also said it needed
But
better placement. You said Grant had to adjust. Receivers have to adjust all the time.
I
That's the
said
nature of
he
the
had
league.
to adjust, but he
That's
should
the
have caught the
nature
ball.
of the game. They
Did
have
I
to
say
adjust
he
to the
should have caught the ball?
football.
Did I say he should have caught the ball?
You said it also should have been thrown better.
Thank you. What's wrong with both of those statements being correct? Like, what is wrong with y'all?
it,
What is
There's
okay,
wrong with
nothing
both of
wrong.
those statements
Look,
being
let
look.
me
correct?
There's
let me get
nothing
this in
wrong,
real
but you
quick,
can't
TD
put
and
more on
CB.
the other one.
So okay, so
TD
Y'all got
is
me
when you
scratching
turned
my head
up.
here.
okay,
Damn.
Both of
real
those
quick,
statements are correct. What's wrong with that?
TD,
when
my only
TD
issue with
did
you is
TD did a show.
my only issue with you is in regards to this Jakeem Grant throw. I never heard you say
Never.
relative to that play. I never heard you once say, if the ball hits him in the hand, you got to make the play. All I saw all off season was you highlighting, pulling that footage up and critiquing Tua. I
Once
never
again,
once, like the
it
other
doesn't
night when
matter.
you were talking about when
What
you brought it up on the stream the other night, and I was watching you, and bro, you sat 30 minutes there criticizing Tua.
See,
And I was like, bro,
once
TD, I
again,
got so
EM,
frustrated, but I was so tired because I had to.
EM, if I pull up the footage and you hear me say it, you're gonna be like, yeah, you said it that one time. It doesn't matter. I said it. I put the ownership on the
Right, but
receiver too.
you
But
can't
that
harp
wasn't
on
even the
you
point of
can't
that
harp on the
stream. The
but you can't
argument of
harp
Y'all
that
on that.
talking
stream was
y'all are
that there was
talking about
nothing
like a
wrong with
week
the pass
ago
at
when
all.
TD was doing the broadcast footage of
Yeah,
some of Tua. That
yeah.
I'll be honest, bro. I agree with some of the stuff TD was saying. Like if y'all are talking about the same pass that I remember that he went over, yeah, the pass was not like where Jakeem could actually make a. He caught
The
the ball,
What?
but
ball
he
hit
couldn't.
the
What?
man in his
It hit him in
hand.
the
Because
hands.
he
God
rerouted to
damn,
even
Stop
get
Are,
his.
playing.
are y'all talking
Hey,
about the one where he had to like slow down
no,
to
stop
make the
playing.
catch?
It hit him in his hands. He dropped it.
it
He's not
hit
an over the
it.
head catcher.
TD, it hit
We
the
we,
He's
we
man
could
in
be
protect.
his
talking about
hands. I
different
mean,
plays, but
dang, man,
Okay,
TD
really?
listen, ladies and
he
gentlemen,
did give an
here's the difference
assessment
of
on one
opinion.
throw that
Here's the difference. Here's the
I would
difference
say
of
that Tua
opinion on that play.
didn't make a good throw on
Here's the difference of
the
opinion on
ball
that play.
placement.
Them say it hit his hands, but Grant
Catch
actually
the
made a
ball.
play to even get his hands
No,
on
he
it
didn't
to
make a
even
play
have a
to get his
chance.
hands.
See,
No,
that's
he
the
didn't.
difference.
No,
That's
he
the
didn't.
difference. Y'all
Come
gotta
on,
stop
man.
saying it hit his hands like the
Every
ball
every
traveled right to
NFL
him.
receiver would have
He
got
made
their
a
hands
play
on that
to even
ball.
have a chance. He made a play to even get a chance.
Oh.
If
Did
now
Jakeem catch
imagine
the ball?
Grant,
He dropped it.
if Grant
He
would have
dropped
ran
it.
his
He
original route,
dropped
the
the
ball wouldn't
ball.
even been in
I
5
think we're
feet
talking
within his
about a different
route.
play.
It's a wide open drop.
If
He
you
dropped
if
the
you
ball
ask
for a touchdown.
if you ask any quarterback, if you ask any quarterback,
It don't matter.
and
Catch the
that
ball.
if they tell you, if I throw you a pass and that ball hits you in it, I don't care what the scenario was. Okay, sure, the ball might have been less than perfect. But if the ball hits you in your hands, bro, you have to
Both
make that
hands.
catch.
I agree. Nobody's disputing that. That's why Grant owns some of that
But you
ownership.
can't
All
you
I'm
can't
saying
harp
to
on
you
Tua
is,
about it. You gotta harp on Grant about that one. You can't harp
So
on
ladies,
who's
Tua
at
about
more
that one.
fault? TD, let me ask you this to clarify. Who do you think was
The
at more
receiver
fault in
is
that
at more
situation?
fault.
Who do you think was at more fault in that situation, TD?
Say
Jakeem
it.
Grant.
Say it. Say the receiver. Say it.
I just said it.
Yeah, there
Jakeem
you
Grant
go. But
because
So
you
so
had an
so
opportunity.
so
Because
my
you had
question,
an
hang on.
opportunity
My
to
question to
keep.
you is
My thing is
my
this:
question to my only
receivers have
question,
ability to
TD,
cover for their quarterback.
hang
Receivers
on.
have the ability to make plays for their quarterback, but it still
TD,
doesn't excuse that quarterbacks can make it easier for them. That's
TD,
all I'm saying.
my question to
it's
you
not the
is
quarterback's job to
here's my
make it
only question.
easy for them, though.
TD, here's my only question to you is you just admitted that Grant was more at fault. Where is the 30-minute to an hour footage video of you criticizing him as opposed to Tua?
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
can
all we're
I
saying.
wait? Let me answer that. Let me make
I'm
that clear,
serious.
Em.
I'm serious.
If somebody sits there and say Tua has no fault whatsoever on
We're
that
not saying
pass,
that. We didn't
Nobody's
say
hold on,
saying
no,
that.
that.
I'm
Who
not
said that?
talking about y'all. Let me finish.
Okay.
If people are out here arguing with me that Tua has zero fault on the pass, and I'm sitting here saying Grant should have caught it, but Tua has to take a little bit of responsibility as well. No, he has zero responsibility. What's wrong with me doing it
Nope.
could have been 5 minutes. It could have
Who's
been a
saying
5 minute
this?
string, but we were going back and forth.
I
If
don't think
I
anybody's
want to,
saying that.
what is the purpose of me going back and forth and doing a 30-minute stream about something that everybody agrees on?
Who's saying that Tua is not at fault though, TD?
No, that's my whole point. Why are y'all sitting here? Nobody said you said Tua wasn't at fault. I'm talking about the people I was arguing with
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
made
talking
me
about.
talk
Who are
about
these
it in the
people?
first place.
Yeah, who are
Hey,
these
those
I'm
are
not
people?
people
talking
who don't
about
know
y'all.
football. Yeah, those are
I'm
people who
not
don't know
talking
football.
about y'all.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
This is my whole point. Y'all be getting misunderstood. Y'all take everything I say to the extreme and don't listen to all the details. Like EM, well, I never heard you say Jakeem Grant should have caught it if it touched his
Oh, he
hand.
blaming
Well,
EM
that's your.
now.
No, I'm
He
not
blaming
blaming
EM
you.
now. He
I'm
blaming
not
EM.
blaming you. What I'm saying is, you sat there out of your own mouth and said, I don't, because that changes everything. If you would have heard me say that Jakeem Grant still should have caught it, you wouldn't be arguing. It ain't my
Please,
fault you ain't hear me say that.
please show me where the 30-minute to hour long video that you did on Jakeem Grant not making that play. That's
So
what I want.
Hold on, EM. If I make a video of Jakeem Grant should have caught it because it touched his hands,
I will
and
leave you
everybody,
alone.
hold on,
I will leave
and
you alone.
hold on, and everybody says you're right, TD, and it goes for 2 minutes and it's over. But I make a video of Tua how the play could have been better for 2 minutes, but I'm going back and forth with people that disagree, and it end up being 30 minutes. What's the issue?
I think
This is my point. Y'all make it seem
TD.
so
What I'm
basic as
saying
if
is,
I'm just gonna
I
spend 30 minutes just to pick on them.
I think you should balance it out more because there are a lot of
I
plays
agree.
Tua made
Hold
out
on.
I
there
agree.
where Hey,
Wasn't that
so
I
can I
just
agree.
finish?
balance?
Can I finish? Can I
Wasn't that
finish?
just balance?
Can I
Grant
finish
should
though?
have caught it. Tua owned some of
Let
the
the man
responsibility.
finish.
I
Let him
so I
finish, TD.
said
Let him
I think
finish.
there needs to be more content where you show receivers not making plays for Tua and Tua not making plays for the receivers. But there's a lot of plays where Tua made the throw and the receivers just didn't come down with the catch. But
Yep.
we don't see those because you don't show a lot of
Exactly.
that.
And
And
That
we
that's
see a
my
is
lot of
only
the
argument with you,
bad.
TD.
that's hold on,
That's my
hold on.
primary issue with you, TD.
That's impossible. That's impossible to do.
Why is it impossible?
It's impossible because if I
The
make
film
a
is out
stream of the
there.
drops, everybody's gonna say yes, I agree, and the stream is gonna be over fast. And then whenever I do a stream that
No,
point,
that's not
Oh
hold
true.
on,
man.
hold on, y'all need to
There's a
hear this
lot of
out
Tua.
because
There's a
y'all
lot
need
of
to hear
Tua
it out. You
haters
need to hear it
who
out.
will
You need
be
to hear it out
going
because
against you.
you're being basic minded on this. If I do a stream right now, I can prove it to you. If I do a stream right now highlighting the drops, if I do a
Highlight
stream
the
right now
drops.
highlighting the drops, everybody will shake their head. Yes, I agree. He needs to do
That's
better.
not
The stream,
true.
hold on. You mean to tell me people will be like, no, TD, you wrong. He couldn't have
I
caught
think they
that ball
would.
right in his chest.
I honestly, I think they would because there's some people who are just delusional about Tua, and they think
No,
he.
no, no.
Yeah, I'm
And
telling you, man.
if that's where
Yeah.
you're wrong, there's not
There's
as
people
many
who are
people
just there are
as
people who are
believe
just Tua haters. Hey, you will
that's
have
where
Pete.
you're wrong.
Hey, you will
There
have
is
Pete
a
in here
unbalance in
saying,
Oh.
what
"Hey,
content you
you
can
will
give
have
because nobody
you will have
disagrees
Pete in
about
here saying the
everybody
receiver
else.
couldn't make that pass. Hey, you will have Pete in here saying that the receiver could not have caught that pass. It was a bad ball by Tua. you will have people like that in here being delusional.
Can I ask
That's
you
how
a
Dolphins
question?
fans are.
That's bro. Hold on.
Oh,
Em. Do you agree with that statement? Be honest.
I'm sorry, y'all was cutting out, bro. I couldn't hear what statement are you talking about? Y'all were in and out, bro.
He said if I did a stream highlighting the passes that receivers should have caught, I would have as many arguments of why he shouldn't have caught it that I would have about the opposite with Tua.
I'm telling you, you would. I'm telling you, you would, because you just have Tua haters, man.
I mean, I don't know.
No, you
I'll say
the
this.
Hey,
prerogative
I
is
No,
I would
no,
like to see
no,
the stream though.
Titty.
I would like to see
I
the
do.
stream though.
I do feel like Titty. I do somewhat. I do. I would. This is the point I do agree with him on. You need to balance out in terms of your evaluate your critique. It needs to be because it's all. It gives the appearance that every time you put that footage
Yeah.
up, it's always you're trying to critique Tua from a negative standpoint. I mean, that's just.
Right,
I'm just
but you
keeping it
don't.
1,000, bro.
what
I'm
is
Right, and he
keeping it
critique?
doesn't.
1,000.
Define critique.
It's criticizing.
I mean, if I can add to that, really quick.
Define it.
It's
if I can
criticizing.
add to it real quick, sometimes for me, whenever I watch, and this is no criticism of UTD, it's just you have said on other streams, well, for the Tuaneers, whatever you want to call them, you will troll them. So I guess sometimes for the viewer who's heard you say those things, if they see you critique a certain play that he did, sometimes I guess it's like, okay, is he trolling the Tuaneers or is he being serious? I guess that's some
Gray
No.
confusion.
Let me
I
be
agree with
clear
that.
on that then.
I agree with that.
Anytime I'm talking about actual gameplay, things that are happening on the field, there ain't no such thing as trolling. The only trolling I would do is talk about it like randomly, like, oh, this man is trash or this and that and this. And that's just me trolling. Trolling is pretty obvious because I'm being extreme
Not
about
always.
stuff that I
Not
don't even
always.
believe. But when it
Yeah,
comes to criticizing his play, I'm not trolling Tuaneers. I
right.
give
I get
you
what
what
you're
I
saying.
believe
So,
on his play.
And
How
see,
he's
another
playing is
thing,
how he's playing. If I say
TD,
that was overthrown,
TD,
underthrown 100% of the time, it is not a troll.
and see
I do get what you're saying, but you have to take into account that you haven't done content where you show receivers and O line making bad plays for the quarterback. Like you
And that's
haven't
not
done
true.
that.
That's
I
not
also
true.
You
think
just
there's
have
a disconnect.
you haven't shown that much. That's what
So
I'm saying.
if I do a stream right now, see, the
I
whole
will
point
watch
is
it. Of
first
course
of
I will
all,
watch it.
I never do a stream dedicated just for Tua film watch anyway. Them streams be about something totally different. Then I have a disagreeing with somebody, and then I pull up film. And when we go through the film, I go
And
play
you
by
pull up the
play.
bad plays. Right. And you
Hold
pull up
on,
the
no,
bad
that's
plays.
not true. I'm sitting there going play by play, and that's another thing I do on my channel. I say I'm gonna make sure I don't skip anything. I'm gonna play every play so y'all don't say I'm being biased. I play one. Oh, that's a run play. Let's keep it moving. Play two. Up, you see the ball was overthrown. Play three. Oh, he put that right where it needed to be. The receiver just got to do a better job taking care of his quarterback. And I keep it moving. Nobody's arguing that. But when I come to a play, Tua threw that a little too much outside. I would like for that to be in the frame of the body. And I'm ready to move on when people say, oh, you're nitpicking. I stop right there and address the nitpicking.
Can I say something real quick?
I only go off of the comment section. If somebody literally says in the comment section, TD, that man couldn't have, that wasn't on the receiver, I'm going to stop and be like, what you mean that ain't on the receiver? He threw it right in his chest. Y'all need to call it. And you know how I know that's true? Because every so often I stop the stream and I say, just like I criticize Tua, some of y'all need to get used to me praising him as well. Y'all need to get used to me calling when he do good things.
I'll say this,
that on
TD.
the stream too.
I'll say this, TD. Whatever happened in the past, it's what it is. The past.
No,
I will be paying.
no.
Hang on. I will be paying closer attention to you this year.
I suggest you
So
do.
I will be paying very close attention
I
to
suggest
you this
do.
year.
Maybe you'll start making a lot more sense in your life.
So,
I just
anyway,
say-
so I'm gonna let you make. I'm gonna let you make it on what transpired last year, but we're turning over a new leaf. A new season is starting tomorrow. But I will be paying much closer attention to your behind this year.
You do
I
that.
promise you on that.
That way you're
I promise you on that.
I can't give you credit for paying attention anyway. Just like the other night when I ethered you and I replayed the replay on the 25%. You can sit there right in my face. You can sit there right in my face on the stream and
This
listen
man
to
is
everything I say and still say I didn't say it. Then whenever I press replay on what I said, and it's exactly what I said.
Esteban, you want to chime in here, bro? Esteban, you want to chime in here, bro? We had this conversation now. Esteban, you want to chime in?
You
This
can have
opportunity now,
whatever
bro.
conversations you want to have backstage. I did it live in front of everybody.
Esteban, you want to chime in here, bro?
And proved you
Wait,
wrong.
I'll be objective. What are we talking about, though? I'm not gonna lie.
We're talking about TD talking out both sides of his mouth.
No, we talking about EM selective hearing. It's selective hearing.
Can I talk to the man, TD, please? Can I address him?
Selective hearing.
Esteban, you know what I'm talking about when he said that he made that comment about the Dolphins will not be using at any point I formation, any power formations to run the football.
Point. There you go, lying again.
Hang on, TD. TD, let me finish. Esteban, am I correct or what? We had this conversation.
I remember this.
Hold on, Esteban. I said they would not use I formation at any point.
TD, let me finish. He said He said that 1 minute, and 10 minutes later, he gonna try to add that 25% in, bro.
That's where I was confused.
Am I right, Esteban, or what? Am I correct?
Well, yeah, that's why I was confused because
thank you. That's all I want to know. So you eat their who, TD?
You're going to be confused if you didn't. You're going to be confused if you didn't hear it. That's the whole point.
Stop it.
Hold on, EM. That's your problem.
You gonna take this L. You gonna take this L.
You think you hear something?
Hold on, wait. Originally, when you were talking about it, you were talking about them not running the I formation, and I disagreed. I just thought, well, my opinion had a lot to do with that too, because in my opinion, I think the I formation is something that they need to use. And so that's where the debate started, and EM and all of us were talking about. And then when at the end of the stream, when we're almost done, you said, I believe they'll only use it a small percentage.
Right.
Exactly.
I remember that.
So Esteban,
that's when I was like,
initially you said you didn't want to use it though.
Esteban, all I want to hear is you sit here and tell me that I said out of my mouth that they will never use the.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and it wasn't just the I formation. You said any power formation. You said 12 or 13 personnel, bro.
I want to hear Esteban out of his mouth.
You gonna take this L, TD. You ain't gonna worm your way out of this one. You gonna take this L. Take that L and move on.
Bro, you took the L. I had the receipts. You going after somebody who believed what they heard.
But I remember this conversation vividly, and I remember TD saying it's pointless to get in the I formation because they won't be able to run the ball.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
But also,
I didn't say they wouldn't. And then I
stop it, TD. Stop, bro.
25% of the time.
TD. Well, hold up though. You were saying it's pointless to get in the I formation or any power
and I wouldn't at all.
And run the football.
I wouldn't at all.
And people in the comments and Esther and Ian were saying, hey, you need to run it to keep teams honest. Like that's why you get in those formations.
And I said, you can run it, just not out of that formation.
No, TD, stop. No. You said they will. You definitively, and I asked you. I went back and clarified, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let him finish. I want to hear what he's saying.
Hang on. You said I formation, strong I, weak I, 12 or 13 personnel. You said they will not be running the football out of that formation. You said that when they run the ball, you said it'll be out of the pistol or the shotgun.
You are a lie. I never said such a thing.
There needs to be an under-over on this tomorrow. What if they come out?
I never said such a thing. They will always run out of those formations. I said that they shouldn't.
Flip-flopping.
TD's going to be so mad, bro. And they won't do it.
And what did I tell you? I said, for me, this conversation, this is before the roster cut down. I said, if they keep a fullback on the roster, which they ultimately did in Sheaton Carter, I said, you will see variations of those power formations, I formation, weak I, et cetera, et cetera.
You know what,
That's
bro?
what I said.
I don't even know I'm arguing with you about an initial point. At the end of the day, just so everybody's clear, whether you want to believe I said the initial thing or not, they will run the ball out of those formations, but it will not be more than 25% of the time.
See, he added that. But that's fine.
You can call it what you want. Okay, just for you, EM.
He added that. He went and added. He thought for a minute. He said, "God damn, did I really just say that?" You thought for a minute. You was like, "My God, I can't believe I said something so buffoonish." And you came to your senses and added that 25% in. But that's fine. That's fine.
Maybe it'll help you sleep tonight. All right. I added it just now, just for you.
That's fine, TD.
I got a whole stream that said it, and I replayed it to all the viewers.
You only replayed
exactly what I said. Did you
replay the whole episode, or you replayed a 5-minute clip of you saying it'll be 25%? You didn't replay the whole thing. You replayed a 5-minute clip, bro.
Yeah, don't make me play a whole clip tonight again for you to be ether once again, bro. But
yeah, okay. I hear you. I ain't the one about to have an aneurysm right now, bro.
But TD, you were saying that they won't be effective running the ball out of I formation.
They won't.
That's something I don't agree with you on, though.
And that's fine. We can have a disagreement about that. Right. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case, especially when you have tight ends and things who can get open in a play action game, and it opens up so much more. So you got to think about it like that as well. So,
but they ain't running the ball out of the eye.
Okay. They will.
They won't have
to set up the play action.
He just said it again. He said they will not be running. He said they will not be running the ball out of the eye. That's what he just said.
What I meant by it.
No, what you said. I can't read your mind, bro.
What did I say right after that, EM?
I've been telling you for years. You need to say what you mean and mean what you say.
I'm not a mind reader. What did I say right after that?
I don't know.
What's that?
You didn't hear what I said right after that, did you?
You only responded after I addressed you. I said, "See, there you go." She said it again.
I said, bro, they ain't gonna be running the ball out of the eye. They will have no success at it.
But you're saying they won't run the ball out of the eye.
Exactly.
I'm saying they won't have any success at it. Therefore, they're not getting any yards.
Oh my God!
Initially, you said they won't run it.
Thank you.
Let me ask y'all a question. Hold on. Let's stop. Let's ask the comment section. No. Let's ask the comment section. Hold on. Let's ask the comment section.
Say what you mean what you say, bro.
Let's ask the comment section. Let's all be quiet. Let's ask the comment section.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
If I say they ain't gonna run the ball out of the eye, they're not gonna have any success out of it. What do you think that means?
They're not going to run the ball out of formation.
Yeah, that's what that means.
That's what you just said.
Because they're not going to have success.
If the Patriots say we gonna run the ball out of the I formation all on y'all, and I say y'all ain't running the ball out of the eye, y'all ain't gonna have no success on it. Does that mean they're not gonna run the ball out of the eye? I'm just saying
that's what you're telling them.
I'm saying they're gonna do it. They're just not gonna. They're not gonna have any success.
No, TD, stop it, bro. I don't know what you've been sipping on today, bro.
Why do y'all not get that?
No, TD, if you say
you've been in that cabinet way too early today, bro. You should have waited till later on the night.
Oh my God,
it's too early for this level of foolishness. Yeah. It's way too early.
Come on, TD.
Leave, bro.
Can't say both, man. You can't say both. It's either got to be one or the other. They aren't going to run the ball out of the eye, or they aren't going to be successful running the ball out of the eye.
I forgot.
You know what you need to say, TD? You know what you need to say, TD, so you're clear?
I always forget who I'm talking to.
You know what you need to say?
Y'all don't understand what exactly I'm talking about. I always forget who I'm talking to.
You know what you need to say, TD, so you're clear, bro? Well, I don't know. I might be a little slow. Who knows? I've been accused of being a little slow. That's fine. I can accept that. But this is what you need to say. This is what you need to say. I don't think that team will be successful running the ball out of the I formation, but they will run it. I can see them running that time because you're saying 1 minute that they will run the football out of I 25% of the time, but they just won't be successful at it. That's what you need to say. You're telling people they will not be successful. Hang on, TD. You're definitive. You're saying they will not run the ball out of the I formation because they won't be successful at it. You're being definitive, bro.
That's
when you say that,
they're saying they won't run the ball. Yeah.
I did not say because. You see how you add a one word to make it seem that way? They will not run the ball out of the eye because they won't be successful at it. I didn't put a because in there. That
Even if
connects
you
it.
take the because out,
That
they
connects it.
won't be
That word
successful.
connects it.
Even if you take because out, it's still saying that they
They
won't
won't have
they
any
won't be
success
successful.
at it. How many times I gotta tell you they will try? See, that's the difference. I give y'all all the qualifiers. I say they won't run the ball out of the eye. They won't be. Hold on. They won't be successful at it. That's why they're not gonna do it more than 25% of the time.
No, you didn't say
If
that, TD.
put that together.
You didn't say that. You didn't
But I've
say
been
that.
telling you, it's already insinuated 25%
No,
of the
there ain't no
time, and that's why I
insinuation.
argue with
You need to say what you mean and mean what you say. So there'll be no
this is what I'm talking about.
misinterpretation of what you're saying.
Hold on, EM. I can sit here right now on this live stream and say, ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins will not run the ball out of the I formation more than 25% of the time.
You're not saying that, bro.
Hold on. Let me finish. That means they will run out of it. They just won't do it much because they won't have success at it. If I say that to be a fact right now, everybody gets my point of view. And then 5 minutes later, you say, man, they're going to run the ball all up and down the I formation. And I say, man, they're not going to run the ball out of the I because they're not going to be successful at it. Everybody should automatically insinuate TD is saying they're not going to do it much, if they even do.
Real quick, I want to give. I want to take
later. If I say they're not running the ball out of the eye, what I'm saying is not as much as you making it seem.
Real quick, I want to give a warm special shout out to one of my biggest supporters. This idiot Andres Negro. I see you, bro. I see your comments. I want you to know I see you. I see you. I see you.
Get him, Andre.
Put him
Get
on
him, Andre.
Big idiot. Big idiot.
Get him, Andre.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, homie. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. So yeah, but anyway, TD, I can't believe, bro. You've been in a cabinet a little too early today, bro. You should have waited till the night, bro. You a little too turned up. You a little too turned up, bro.
Hey, everybody on edge, man. We less than 24 hours away, man.
The day before Sunday, emotions are high.
TD, bro, that man is on something right now, boy.
Man. Listen, like I said, I call it how I see it with my glasses on. Most of y'all don't even get the picture unless the flash is on. That's y'all problem.
Oh, okay. All right. Well.
Okay.
It's all good, fine, man. Tomorrow we get some answers, though, about almost everything, right?
Absolutely. No more talking.
Almost.
No more talking.
I heard this
playtime
last
is over.
year.
No more talking, bro.
I heard this last year. Last year I was saying tomorrow we get answers. Absolutely. No more talking. See? I heard this same thing last year, but did we get answers?
So make your mind up, TD. Do you believe in a man or not? Make your mind up.
Do I believe in him in what way? Do I believe in him?
Are you rooting for this man to fail or not? Just be real. Just keep it 1,000.
Do I believe he's gonna be our franchise quarterback?
You make a declaration 1 minute, and then the next thing it's like again, like I said, TD, it gives the appearance that you're rooting. Everything about this kid is a question mark and negative.
Let's get back to your question.
Positive, bro.
Let's get back to your question. Do I believe in him in what way?
I mean, you tell me. What is your level of belief? You tell me.
Do you believe he can lead this team, TD?
Lead this team to what? A Super Bowl?
A Super Bowl? The playoffs?
No.
Can he
My
lead
answer
the team?
is no. No.
A playoff berth. A playoff berth.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay then.
So if you lead the team to the playoffs,
so you're saying that at one side of your mouth, and then you pose the question. Oh, did we get questions last year? I mean, man, 9 games in a rookie.
Bruh, hold on. You're allowed to troll me, but I can't troll you.
Okay. Well, you troll. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. Cool.
Y'all be in this whole y'all be in this whole nother dimension with me, bro.
He trolling.
Y'all take certain things too literal and certain things too light, but y'all do the same thing. But I decipher between what y'all doing, but y'all can't seem to do the same.
You can say you trolling if you want to, but you know the conversations we've had privately, bro. I done told you.
But
You
think
already
about
know.
it. Me
You
saying,
can project that on these streams if you want to, but I know you. I know you better than anybody.
yeah,
And
I know you
how I
too.
feel about
I
that.
know you too. I know all the things you say when we on the phone
I
about your
know
doubts with
you,
Tua.
my
But
friend.
you get on the phone with me about all your concerns with Tua, and then you say, "But I never say it publicly."
No, stop it, TD.
Now
Stop.
we stop.
Oh, man.
No.
Don't
You ain't
do him
finna
like
get no
that.
pass. I'm gonna call it how it is.
Oh man,
You know good and well
bro.
that is your favorite mantra when we on the
Hey,
phone, but I wouldn't
Stop
say it
it.
publicly.
EM, you
And I
dirty for that.
always play
Oh
with you and
my
say,
God,
"Bro,
can you
I'm
really
recording
say?
you right now."
Really, bro? Come on, man.
Damn,
Stop.
hey, EM,
It,
you dirty for that, EM.
hey,
EM a
man,
hater, y'all.
you're trying to
EM,
manipulate the situation. You know, he's desperate now. He's been taking haymakers.
Yeah.
Y'all know the haymakers he's been taking in
hater.
big L's he's been taking.
Hey,
Y'all know what
TD,
time it is.
hey, TD on the Byron Jones back pedal, man. That's what he on.
Oh my God, bro.
It's all right. I ain't
Oh.
mean to expose you like that, bro.
Yeah, okay, bro.
Hey, put him out there.
Yeah, okay, bro. Yeah, I know. But I know you better than anybody, so it's all good. But we'll see.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
We'll see tomorrow. All our questions, the majority of our questions will be answered tomorrow.
Yes, they will.
They will tomorrow.
Yeah,
So all I'm
Tua's gonna ball out. As long as he don't make no errant throws or let the ball get away from him, he'll be fine, man.
See, now they calling me a snitch, EM. Sorry, bro.
What's that?
Now they calling me a snitch. I'm sorry, bro.
A snitch, really?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Who's calling you a snitch? Who's calling you a snitch?
They calling me a snitch for telling the truth about you.
No, they shouldn't be calling because you straight out. You ain't telling the truth.
You a
when you're
Tua hater.
snitching, you're telling the truth. You ain't telling no truth with that
I don't
statement,
want to
bro.
hear it. You are a Tua hater.
Hey, I
You a Tua hater, bro. You either get on the train. Keep the same energy.
I know. Tua. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Y'all don't believe this fraud. He a Tua hater, man. He's sitting back waiting on Tua to fail.
Yeah.
He's waiting on Tua to fail because all he wants is Deshaun Watson. That's all he wants is Deshaun Watson.
My God.
Y'all done heard EM just drool over Deshaun Watson. That's what he say backstage. Man, I want Watson no matter what. I don't care if Tua gets better. That's why I'm shot these flip-flops.
Hey, I have been. I want to listen.
Stop stuttering. Stop stuttering.
Let me finish. Can I respond? Let me respond. I have been consistent publicly and privately. If Deshaun Watson did not have this cloud of issues surrounding him, I will not hesitate to pull the trigger to acquire him. I won't hesitate.
Because you don't believe in Tua. You don't believe in his upside.
No. Is he not a better quarterback? Is he not an upgrade at this point in time?
It doesn't matter, man.
I'm asking you. Is he not the clear upgrade as we're sitting here having this conversation?
No, because Tua don't be better.
I can't say that.
Stop it.
I can't say that definitively, though. I can't
say
that.
Man. Wait, hang on. What do you mean you can't say that definitively? What do you mean?
So what I'm saying is, if Tua comes out and plays well, we first of all we know Deshaun Watson is not coming here. We know for sure he's not coming here. We know for sure he's not coming here, right?
Well, I can't say that. That all depends on Tua's play.
Not this year.
That all depends on Tua's play, bro.
So we know for sure.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that. No. I think. Oh no. Hang on. Let me address that real quick.
If he has a better
so we're clear. So we're clear. So we're clear.
Deshaun Watson isn't playing football this year.
Hang on. So we're clear. I am only talking about where Tua is now. I don't know what Tua's going to. Tomorrow hadn't come yet. The season hadn't come yet. I don't know what he's going to look like. So as of right now, Deshaun Watson is the clear upgrade.
Right, but he's not coming right now. It will be next year.
Well,
correct?
I think if Tua. Listen.
He's not coming right now.
Please stop. This is exactly what I be talking about, EM, and you getting a dose of it right now. This is exactly what I be talking about. I understood exactly what you meant this very moment. But people still stretch it out as if you're
he's
talking
a
about
better
period or
player
long
right
term.
now. He's a better player
The
right
it's
now.
right now, this very moment, who's the
Tomorrow,
better quarterback.
hey,
But people
tomorrow
still
that may
find a
change.
way. People still find a way to stretch that out as if that's not what you're saying.
No, because
This is what I
know
deal
he's
with all
not
the
coming
time.
right now. We know he's not coming right
We
now.
know he ain't coming back right now, but who's
So
the
we
better
know
quarterback this very second?
he's the better quarterback this very second.
You see
Right?
how much he took to get that? Just that, that's all he am saying.
That's all I said, bro.
That's all he's saying.
Yeah, you're saying he's a player.
But people are
But
hearing different
so
stuff, bro.
what I'm saying is that he won't be here until next year. Right?
I can't say that, bro. I think
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that,
Like,
bro.
quit saying you don't know about that. He's
I
not
am
gonna be
telling
here
you
this
now.
year. He's not gonna be in the
I'm
Dolphins
telling you now.
uniform
In
this
my
year.
opinion, hey, listen. Just like 2 weeks
Hey.
ago, them talks amped up. I mean, it was everywhere.
He won't be here this
I'm
year.
gonna tell you this: if we start out, if we don't have a favorable record and Tua struggles, guess what? Them talks,
They're gonna resume.
We're gonna be right back in this having this conversation here in a month. So I
But
can't say he won't be here this year, bro, because I don't think the Dolphins are gonna sit by and just waste his season if Tua struggles. No, I don't think so.
He won't be in a Dolphins uniform playing for us this season. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
I hope not. I hope Tua puts this conversation to bed. And the only way he can do that is by his play on the field. I hope that comes to fruition. Because the ideal situation is for Tua. The investment we made with him is for him. The most ideal situation is for him to become the player that we envision him to be. That way we keep all of our resources and continue moving in an upward trajectory. But at the end of the day, we don't know, bro.
Can y'all answer this question? Who was a better college prospect, Tua or Deshaun Watson?
A better college prospect?
Yeah, coming out of college, who was a better quarterback? Who was a better quarterback coming out of college, Tua or Deshaun Watson?
Well, if you're going by just individual statistics, that would be Tua.
I'm just talking about quarterback play. Who was a better prospect to you coming up?
Well, I think I'm gonna be honest with you. Overall, when you're comparing just athleticism, you're including athleticism?
I'm including everything.
The complete package.
The complete package. Being a quarterback in the NFL.
When you're considering everything in its totality, Deshaun Watson was a better prospect, in my opinion.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Fair. That's fair. I think
when you talking about arm strength, you talk about size, you talk about athleticism, you're talking about all these other things. No, Deshaun Watson was the better prospect, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're looking for in a quarterback.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
That is true. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
If you like a guy with athleticism, then Deshaun is your guy. But if you like a guy with good footwork in the pocket, then I guess you would have
to take Tua. Tua is definitely more fundamentally sound than Watson was at that point.
This still does not
position if you choose either guy.
This still does not discount the fact that EM is a Tua hater and he is a Watson in.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna let him sit here and ramble to the
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
no,
TD,
bro,
who do you think was a better prospect, Watson or Tua?
I didn't follow Watson enough in college, and the only reason I wouldn't have followed Tua much, the only reason I followed him is because of the conversation we had on our streams back then.
Okay, I got you.
I really, because I'm one of those people, I never really actually got into the college player because I never worried about the prospect. I always focused on when you're in the league, what you are then. But I'm going to be honest, guys like Ball Game, Reason, EM, all of them guys, they're the ones who made me have to go actually pay attention more to them in college, collegiately, all of these players, because I never cared. I just care what you do because we've dealt with so many busts. So I was like, I'm not wasting my energy. But now
Josh Rosen.
Now I see the value of understanding their trajectory when they get to the league or why some of them are. So now I'm on college.
So TD, let me ask you this. Let me pose this question to you. Anybody that's been watching me long enough knows if Tua is my favorite player on the team, Raekwon Davis would be 1B, right? He would be 1B.
Well, Tua's not. Raekwon is.
Hang on. Hang on. So Raekwon Davis would be my 1B. So if the Rams call and they're offering up Aaron Donald for for Raekwon Davis, and I'm okay with that. Them trading him away for a talent like Aaron Donald. So am I a Raekwon Davis hater too?
Yeah, according to other people.
No. According to you, I'm asking you your opinion. Since you say I'm a Tua hater.
You're not a Raekwon Davis hater in that situation. You just hate on Tua deep down from the conversation.
No. That's the exact same scenario why I would entertain Watson, because it's an upgrade. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So how does that make me a hater?
You're watching here, bro.
Okay. So okay.
I mean, TD just said it. I mean, this team has had a lot of bust over the last few, not even few years. I'm being kind by saying it. So I guess when you hear some of the critiques that Tua gets, some of those people genuinely do want them to fail. But I guess when you hear TD do it on occasion, it's because he wants to see him, live up to expectations, and he'll critique him over things that he believes he needs to work on so that he can get there.
I think there's I think there's another layer.
I got to be honest with you. The people that want Tua to fail, it's not even that they don't like Tua. They just become to dislike Tua only because they want to be able to throw it in the people who are overly Tua's face. They're like overly about good. They just want to throw it in their face, and that's where we start losing everything.
I also think that
I think there's another layer to TD's critique, but
it could be.
I don't know if I want to go there. He hadn't gotten on my nerves enough to go there yet.
There is another layer. There's another layer. Here's the reality. Here's what people.
I don't know if I want to go there yet, but keep talking. TD gonna push me to go there.
Here's what people need to realize about me. Here's my layer with Tua. This is my 1,000% honest truth about Tua. I had concerns about Tua coming out of college, and they weren't just the hip injury. I actually had tangible playing concerns, right? And yeah, people disagree with those concerns, but I still haven't been proven wrong on those concerns. So with me, it's like, if I need to be proven wrong to get behind him about those concerns, like tangible playing concerns, as far as literally reading the defense, not being that, staring your guy down, knowing where you want to go, all that type of stuff. And
I just think
you said he was
sports,
a one-read quarterback coming out of college.
Yeah, that too.
That's what you said.
All right, so let's take this into account. Now,
he still is.
No, he's not.
Still is.
No, he's not.
Man.
Come on, man.
Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. And then whenever I show film, whenever I show y'all some film, 9 out of 10 plays, he looking directly where he want to go, and he waiting, and he goes.
There are games where he's literally going to his third and fourth progression. You don't see that? What are you watching?
Bro, I see once again. Let me be clear to everybody listening. Hold on. Let me be clear to everybody listening. Let me be clear to what everybody listening right now before y'all try to twist this later. I'm not saying that the man never goes through progressions and actually makes the play. I am not saying that. But he is not great at it.
You said 9 out of 10. Dude, if you're evaluating him, going through his progressions 9 out of 10 times, and he's locked on his first read 9 out of 10 times, that's horrible. That's not, bro. That is terrible. So what you're saying by 9 out of 10 times is that out of that 10 times, only one time he's actually surveying the field and going through his projections. Yeah. That's what you just based off what you just said.
Yes,
that's not true. Come on, man.
That's horrible, TD.
That's bad.
That is horrible.
Why do you think the offense is predicated on trying to hurry up and get the ball out of his hands? Because he can't multitask and do all of them at the same time. Y'all want to sit here. Y'all want to listen. Y'all want to sit here and ignore the evidence. You even have and EM don't even comment on this because you say you never saw it. And you know what? I'm gonna try to find it again for you and put it right in your face on live. Y'all want to sit here and discount stuff like what LSU secondary, after they beat him, what they said on national television in front of the world. They said,
"Go get the tape." I don't recall that. Go get the tape.
They said, "I don't recall that." All Tua does is try to manipulate you by looking. Anytime he's looking at in a different direction, it is a fake. He is not reading progressions. He's looking one way, already knows he's about to come the other way. That is the
9 out
only
of 10.
thing. Y'all think that's reading
9
progression.
out of 10
Then
times,
the
TD.
player said, all you got to do is take away his first read. And they
9
did
out of
that. They did
9
that,
out
and
of
that was his
TD.
worst game in
TD.
college football.
What?
Just-
The LSU game? Are you
So
serious?
y'all wanna discount and stuff like there's no validity in what
We're
they said.
not. So what we're saying is, we're not. I'm not saying in
9
college.
out of 10 times, TD.
First of all, his system in college. Let's talk about his system at Alabama. Okay, it's an
Yeah,
RPO
I know it
system.
very well. Let's go.
Hey, look. So typically, you read the running back. You see if the running back has a lane. You see if you have a lane to take the ball, and then you look for your pass option. At Alabama, he has receivers who are getting separation. He looks at his option. He throws the ball, delivers it, and 9 times out of 10 they catch it and they run to the touchdown. Okay, so that was his system in college. So it's an RPO system. So
I'm
you're
not
saying what he
talking
did in
about
his
that.
system.
I'm talking about the
You're saying-
secondary only, reading the defense in the
So
secondary.
you're saying
Not
what he
if
did in
he's in a
not
drop
if
back
a
format.
Listen,
pulling in.
TD. So you're saying when he's in more of a traditional drop back format is what you're saying, TD.
No, even in the pistol.
Well, that's a drop back formation. But I mean by that, not under center is what I mean by that.
Yes.
Okay, well, 9 out of 10 times is what you're saying, TD.
Yes, EM. This is
Okay.
where y'all get mistaken. This is where y'all get mistaken.
9 out of 10 times.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. This is where y'all get mistaken.
Realistic.
This is where y'all get
Wow.
mistaken. This is where y'all get mistaken. Tua will hike the ball and look down the middle of the field. All he's doing is trying to look the safety off. That is mechanics. That is not going through progressions. Then you see his head turn to the left and fire the ball. And then y'all say, oh, he went through his progressions. He looked to the right and then he looked to the left and found this guy.
With the Miami
Tua
Dolphins,
is
he has
flawless. Tua
No,
is
hey.
flawless when it comes to mechanics. Y'all don't
With-
understand how good of this
with-
guy is in mechanics.
No,
But
no,
he's
no,
so
no.
good
I
at
understand
mechanics.
because I'm the one that. No, stop it. Don't say I'm not aware of that. Who educated you on that aspect of his game? Everybody in this community.
But I'm saying that in general. You are 1,000% correct, EM, because you're the one.
Okay. I just want to be sure now.
That's why I go back to y'all having the responsibility to me going to actually touch college players. Because when I finally start looking at some of the college players' films, that is the one thing I learned about Tua Tagovailoa. He is rival to none when it comes to mechanics. But some of y'all, he is so good at mechanics that y'all think it's progression.
No, that's
There's
a difference. Look, that's not mechanics. First of all, that's looking off of safety. That's looking off of safety. That's not really mechanics. So,
Hold on. That's not an element of mechanics. What are you talking about?
Man, you're looking off a safety. I mean, that's
a part of
football.
mechanics.
That's understanding quarterback play.
Do you not know what mechanics are? Mechanics are the second nature in your body movement. Mechanics are the second nature in your body movement. The things you do with your body, your head, your eyes, your arms.
Right.
Let him finish, TD. Let him finish, TD. Let him finish.
If you know you have a go route on the left side of the field, and you know you want to get to that go route, okay, and you know you have a safety over the top of your go route, you're gonna look over at the other side of the field to give him the dynamic that you may be throwing the ball there, just to get him off your go route on the left side of the field.
Exactly.
That may be mechanics, but that's not progression. Nobody's mistaking that for progression. We understand what progression is. Progression is looking at your check down, looking at 1, looking at 2, looking at 3, maybe coming
You're
back to
going
your
from
check
A,
down
B,
afterwards.
C, and D.
Right.
Thank you. That's my whole point on progression.
If you watch
Progressions, everybody has a read, right?
If you watch
everybody is a number in the progression, right?
If you watch preseason, you see
definitive
plays where. Can I finish?
No, you can go back. You don't even go to bro. There's plenty of he put on tape. There's plenty of tape from last year to illustrate Tua was doing at stretches during the season.
But we could just go to preseason and look back at the last tape and just say, hey, here are 4 or 5 plays where he looks through his progression. He goes A, he goes B, he goes C. Nothing's there. He takes D. there's plenty of plays like that. So you can't say definitively he's a one-read quarterback. That's not the
So let me
case.
so let me respond
It's
to
just
that.
not the
Let me
case.
respond to that.
Real quick,
You
TD.
say
Real quick,
you
TD. Hang
say
on.
there are
TD, hang on real
five
quick.
plays. Hold on. You said there are
There are
five
more than
plays.
there are more than 5 plays. There are
Okay,
plenty of
which
plays.
is it just ain't true.
Yeah.
But here's my whole point. EM, how many times have you looked at Tua film last year preseason, whatever? How many times have you looked at his film and there was a guy wide open that he never even looked to?
I'm not saying
No,
there
hold
wasn't,
on. I'm making
TD.
a point. I'm about to tell
I
you.
am not
That's
saying there wasn't, TD.
that's
Have you
true.
done that?
TD, I'm not saying that there wasn't, bro. My only issue with you is I'm not saying some things that you're saying that you had a problem with Tua. I'm saying you're not wrong. But the issue I have is the you're saying 9 out of 10 throws, right? He's only making one good. He's only exhibiting the ability to go through his questions once out of 10 times,
That's
and
not true,
the other
man.
9 throws are just are wrong.
Bro,
His approach the other 9 times is incorrect. That's what I
bro,
have an issue with, TD.
no, sir. That's not.
Can y'all hear me?
Did we lost TD?
Y'all
I think
there?
we lost TD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I was saying, man, 9 out of 10 times he's not doing that, man. He can't stare.
I mean, 9. I mean,
NFL
if
quarterbacks can't get away with that, man. You can't,
9,
man.
bro, do you know what his numbers would be, bro? If 9, he would be like the equivalent of Josh Rosen, which we know he's not.
Exactly.
And no
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
saying that Tua is perfect, but at the same time, what we can also do is we can't take a play where he didn't look at a guy who wasn't open and try to make that the story of his
Yeah.
tenure with
Right.
the Dolphins. He's only played
Right.
9 games. So when you're going to compare him to somebody like Deshaun Watson, like you did, EM, of course Deshaun Watson's a proven quarterback. There's more of a
Right.
sample size. But at the
Right.
same time, I just think there's a disconnect with Tua. A lot of times wherever we are on the side of the world that we're located in, it's like you hear people, they'll try to point out all his flaws and ignore all the good things that he's done. But then you also have those who, when they try to be objective and then try to offer constructive criticism, sometimes will remember all the people that harp on all the bad, and then we'll assume that that's what somebody else is doing. Sometimes that's what TD
My
does.
bad.
Sometimes that's what he doesn't do, but it is what it is. Damned if you win in sports, damned if you don't win in sports,
Yeah.
My
I feel you.
bad, y'all. I'm in mistake.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying is, give me a sample size of 10 plays, right? Let me finish my explanation. If I take 10 plays, right, this is why y'all don't see it. Because 6 of those 10 plays, he'll stare the receiver down and it'll be a right? And we're not talking about that. I'm talking about every play where he's forced to go through his progressions, or he got the lowest percentage. And then on top of that, look at the play in the end zone in preseason where he threw that pick. He went through 3 progressions and came back, which he should have hit him in the first time.
TD, nobody is saying the man is perfect.
So he
I'm
went through
just
his
The issue I
saying,
progression.
in
have with you
moments
is
when they
that
take away your first read, go watch
TD,
the Denver Broncos game. Go watch the Denver Broncos
TD,
game.
if I may respond. Nobody is disputing it. Like I said, there was plenty Tua put on tape last year. He illustrated that he does have the ability to progress and go from A through D. And there were times when he didn't make, he was just leaving, he didn't see the route in time enough and he left people wide open. That's fact. But you're sitting up here saying, my point is that's normal rookie development.
Yeah,
And
that
I
is.
think that can be developed. My issue with you is you are writing him off in that regard. You will sit up here and say he will never be able to do that at a high level. That's the issue I have with you. And again, it goes back to
right
your
there,
9 out of
right
10
there.
throws, bro.
Put it in the comment section right now. Did I say he will never be able to?
You have said you didn't say that today, but you said that to me in the past, and you know you have to.
When did I say that to you, EM?
Bro, you said that multiple times, TD. Stop, man. Come on, bro. Let's keep it 1,000.
No. See, now you making stuff up. When did I say he will never be able to?
You have said that multiple times, TD.
I said to even start this conversation, here were my concerns with him before he came out. And until he proves that he can do that, it's hard for people like me to be sold.
This is what I think. This is what I think what happens with you, TD. I think you listen. Hang on. Hang on. This is what I think what happens with you, TD. You get so riled up, and I'm guilty of it too at times. But you get so riled up, and you get drunk off your foolishness, and you get caught in between trolling and actual putting out actual factual information. And I think, and it's because of you get so riled up, bro. You don't know how to distinguish the two at times. Everybody's guilty of that.
He can't read through his progressions in defense.
So, do you recall the conversation we had the other day, TD? Privately, we talked on the phone about 2.5 hours.
What's that conversation?
When you made a statement, I'm not going to get into what it was, but you made a statement, a definitive statement. 1 minute. Hang on.
Not good enough.
Hang on. Well, that too, by the way. But you made one statement 1 minute, and then you double back. Well, let me retract that statement after you calm down. So I think that's what happens with you, bro. You don't realize a lot of times the foolishness that you're spewing out.
What are you talking about? I have been pat since day one that Tua has a problem when you take away his first read. He has a problem going through his progressions in those tight windows.
But you have said that he will never be able to develop that. That's my point, TD. Yes, you have. Yes, you have, bro.
Definitive what he can't, what he won't be able to do eventually.
I'm just telling the conversation we had the other day, bro.
Yo, I just gotta say, this is all we are all predicating like all our takes on what happened in the past. To be honest with you, bro, I'm just saying as a Dolphin fan, with everything that you need, we don't have everything, but we have enough, yo. I look at the Cowboys, bro. Like their defense was horrible last year, and they just played on a different level, and they competed just fine against the Bucs. I know they gave up a lot of points, but if you just watch what they were doing, you saw that they had growth. Freaking Micah Parsons, bro, a freaking rookie plug and play was just going, bro. You heard his name all night, bro.
What game were you watching? Dallas defense was trash.
Their linebackers were good, bro.
It was just like the Dolphins last year. They got takeaways. That's what made it look respectable. Think about it. They got takeaways. The Bucs would have had 21 points had they not gotten them takeaways. Literally.
But if you just if you just go on what they did last year, bro, the fact that they even had growth and were able to compete, bro, I'll be honest, I wasn't that, bro, they did good. Even though they lost.
They didn't compete Thursday night. They just had 4 takeaways.
Nah, TD, come on, man.
Well, I'm talking about I made a comment about the defense, but I'm just talking about in totality as a team.
Their run defense improved. Their run defense was a major improvement in my opinion.
They just didn't run the ball.
Because they couldn't, TD.
Do you know how much they average per rush?
Because they couldn't.
You can't discredit takeaways, though. Those are plays that defense make. I mean, those are big.
But if you just look at plays that they made in the run, dude, those linebackers look good. So I'm just saying, I mean, maybe their defensive line is not on par yet, but they've made a growth to where, like, I'll be honest, I thought they were going to be at least 2 or 3 touchdowns out of that game the whole way. I didn't think they were going to, but of course, Dak had something to do with that. I'm just saying. What I'm getting at is tomorrow, everything should get answered. There should be no question marks on anything. You know what I mean? The offensive line is more of a development. You know what I mean? We're gonna have frustrations about them, I believe. But Tua, he can't. I just don't see how he's not going to show up to this game. Everything's on the line, bro. We have nothing to do with it. It's all on the line tomorrow. We're all gonna be watching, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait for this game to start, bro.
See this conversation that we've had, not just today, but on all these other platforms that we've been having about Tua over the off season. That's a conversation that needs to be had in week 5 of this season. Because last year, again, it wasn't enough sample size for us to see, and we all know what he was dealing with from a physical perspective, and also, according to him, he was compromised in terms of his ability to retain, a good portion of the information in the playbook. So this conversation needs to be had in week 5 of this year. That's why I kept, I would tell people, okay, yeah, we can talk about it, but you would get a more firm evaluation of him later on in this season.
Nah,
So what's that?
Week 1, right after the game.
Well, okay. Well, I'll even give you week 1. You would be in a much better situation in week 1 as well. But I think to get a more the firmest evaluation, obviously, is to complete the season. But I think by week 5, that's when you start to see trends to come up on tape. So I'm just saying, bro, TD, I'm not saying you're completely wrong, bro. My thing is, you say that you critique him, and then you act like, and you can say what you want, you can dispute it all you want, but you have said to me multiple times in the past that this kid won't be this because of that. And I think that is irresponsible of you to take that stance, you and others, after 9 games.
You say what I said? If I said that, I need to hear the exact words that you saying that I said.
I mean, I can't go, bro. I don't remember exactly what you said, bro, but I remember your point.
My point exactly. You don't remember because I ain't never say it.
Okay, TD. Yeah, I know.
But here's what I
TD,
I don't like though about this whole Tua Tagovailoa thing. We just talked about Tom Brady and the game against the Cowboys. Tom Brady wasn't perfect in that game, but the narrative because Tampa Bay won, the narrative is going to be that Tom Brady rose against adversity. He rose against the ashes and he proved that he's the greatest of all time. You even got Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, 2 guys that I kind of think are overrated. Even if they find a way to win games, despite them having flaws, the narrative is going to be, they're the future of this league. But when Tua Tagovailoa,
that's the nature of an NFL quarterback, bro, on a different level where you see deficiencies where they're not perfect, but they come out of it, bro, and they still make plays. There's going to be points where you have to make plays, bro.
No, but the problem is that if Tua does good, the narrative is going to be, he won the game, but he didn't do this right, didn't do that right. It's like, keep the same energy. Don't hold him to a standard that you're not going to hold everybody else to.
Well,
I agree.
That's true. I agree. That's true.
You said if Tua does good,
100%, I agree with that.
You said if Tua does good, what would the narrative be?
The narrative is going to be, he won he helped win the game, he made plays in this moment and that moment, but look at all the other times he didn't do this right. Look at all the other times he should have made this play instead of making that play. It's, it's hard to get a read on what people are looking for. It's like at the end of the day, we all got to realize these guys are only human. They can only control what they can control. Now, Tua Tagovailoa, this is the second year that he's going to be our quarterback. I'm excited to see what he does. And based upon what I see him do in preseason, he hasn't done anything to make me not want him here in exchange for another quarterback. We haven't gotten to that part yet. But at the same time,
that's all. Well, if that's only depending on if that quarterback is Deshaun Watson or not. But I do. Now again, he gonna have to take another leap. We talked about that earlier. For me to abandon that, to abandon that option. But I will say that you clearly see the tangible growth in his game. Just his confidence, his command, everything. So I do agree 100%, bro. But again, I think with TD just, I told you, like I told him, he just gets caught up in the moment, bro, and gets caught up in trolling.
Well,
and he spews out nonsense, bro.
Hey, but
I tell y'all what I'm looking for out of Tua real quick, man.
Can I ask you a question real quick? So my question for TD was, TD definitively said, "Hey, Tua hasn't shown me that he's not a one-read quarterback yet, or he's not still a one-read quarterback." Have you seen growth and development in terms of his progression through looking at his options in terms of his game?
Say that one more time, bro.
So you said
that I have improved.
So you said definitively, right. So you said definitively he's a one-read quarterback. He's still that at this moment. You haven't seen it. So have you seen growth so far this season in terms of preseason, the games we played? Have you seen growth in terms of reading coverages, reading the defense, going through his progression?
No, this is where I would actually defer to what EM just said about the week 5, even though I said no week 1. I would have to get a larger sample size because here's the deal. So far, like for instance, if I'm seeing a team play zone, right? He's gonna stay. I mean, that's natural for a quarterback. you're going to stare at one guy coming around in that zone based off of the defense. Like when you see a defense and you know it's a zone, you know who should be open. So you automatically, that's my thing. Stop locking on to a guy though. And I see that still happening. He still locks on. When we went through that film, y'all seen it yourself. He looks where he wants to go. He's waiting. Oh, and then he goes. And a lot of it happens on, you know, the out routes, the intermediate dig routes, the sit down routes, all of that stuff. He automatically knows where he's going to go, and he shows you. Now, again, if the defense is going to be in a zone and let that happen, that's fine. Take what you got. But you're only getting a small sample size from him of having to go through his progressions. That's the issue. If he throws the ball 30 times in a game, you might only have 7 times where he had to go through his progressions.
I don't agree. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that.
Are you kidding me? Are you not watching the same offense where he's throwing the ball in less than 2 seconds, hurrying up it? Bro, he's not going through progressions. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have too much.
So out of 30 plays, he'll only have to go through his progression 7 plays.
Bro, watch the game.
I just can't agree with that. I mean, you have as a quarterback, you're looking at the defense pre-snap. You're looking at whether you think it's zone defense or man defense. And then at that point, you figure out, hey, what are my options? Maybe I have 2 guys on this side of the field that I'm going to pick out and look at. But I mean, there's going to be a lot of times where he has to go through his progression and figure out which guy is going to be open or which guy is going to be the best shot. So
that doesn't happen pre-snap.
No, it doesn't happen pre-snap. It happens post-snap.
Yes.
Once the ball is snapped, going through your progression. But what I'm saying is there's going to be more times than not where he has to go through his progression. This is NFL football. This is not
That's not
college.
true, bro.
Well,
that's not
tomorrow
true at all.
This is not college
I'm expecting
football.
Belichick. I expect there to be plenty of pressure tomorrow. And as far as going through progressions, you're not going to be able to go through too many progressions when you have that defense coming at you. And so I'm just the pass rush. Exactly. So I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to his improvisation and getting and being able to create more time to be able to go through his progressions. Tomorrow, I'm looking for Tua to improvise tomorrow. He's going to have to. And that's going to show whether that would be a big step to shut up what we're looking for in this. Because that's what Deshaun Watson does.
Yeah, but he has to do it, bro. That's the whole point.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's what I want to see tomorrow.
It's not growth until you do it.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see tomorrow.
But CB83, I want you to actually go watch some of the film, bro. You're going to be shocked how many you see. You got to understand, quarterbacks don't have to go through the progressions much in the NFL at all. That's you're wrong on that. Like think about it. 25% of the plays they're automatically saying I'm about to throw this comeback route. They look over there and see how the corner playing.
So that's 25. So that's 25%.
25% of the plays, the way we're running it, you're gonna see out routes and quick bootlegs to tight ends. Like it's already determined where you want to go.
But you still have to read the defense, TD, and your first option may not be open all the time.
Thank you. And what I'm saying to you is, in our offense, that first progression not being open, believe it or not, is going to happen. Probably not being open. I'm talking about that first progression not being open is probably going to happen only 30% of the time.
So that's his fault.
No, it's not. I never said it's his fault, bro. That's the whole point I'm trying to get to you. Stop making everything I say.
But I'm saying, look, no. But if the offensive coordinator schemes a great play, makes a great call, and the guy is open and he throws a strike, and he hits him.
Yes.
You can't ding him for not being able to read the defense.
Gosh, I'm not. You're missing it. That's why I said out of 30 plays, there may only be 7. That's why I got to wait for like maybe game 5 to put a total of 30 plays together and evaluate how he went through those progressions. Because it doesn't happen much. And that's what happened
I'll be
in
honest,
Alabama.
man.
That's what happened in
I
Alabama. His guy was always open, and when the defense made him go through the progressions, he made more mistakes.
All right, so when you look at
I want to see him
Monday's
flash
game,
that game one. I'm sorry, y'all. Like he's got to show some of that in the first game. He has
he
to.
will. Yeah,
I mean,
he has to.
bro, I know it seems like I'm being ridiculous and I'm asking too much, but bro, when you got Deshaun Watson still sitting there, bro, like you gotta, bro. I mean, we were talking about, and I kind of disagree with what EM was talking about earlier, but that's fine. But I thought, where he ranked as a QB his rookie year for me didn't matter. It's what he was doing on the field. Like the statistics, maybe they didn't line up, but Dak looked good. And I know he had that offensive line, so it's not fair, but you know what I mean, to make the comparison. But the facts are that he wasn't in the same. Well, because you were talking about the rank and where Dak Prescott was as a rookie, but my thing was his play, his improvisation, and the things he was doing on the field as a rookie. It showed you that this was the guy for the next couple of years, and I think he's still the guy. A lot of people disagree with me on that. I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I'll sit there and watch those games because I live in Texas. But I'll tell you this: I like Dak Prescott as a quarterback, bro. I think that Cowboys fan, the dude threw for 400 yards and only had one pick in that game and went toe-to-toe with Brady. So
I wouldn't criticize that.
No. Well, I have friends, bro. I have friends that are Cowboys fans that criticize that, bro. And I'm like, y'all are freaking ridiculous, man. Y'all act like this is the only guy that needs to carry the team, bro. He doesn't have the supporting cast around him. Dak did everything he could to help him win that game. I'm looking for Tua to do some of the same stuff that I saw Dak do. The unfair part about this criticism, and I'll go ahead and admit it, is the fact that Dak had that offensive line and Tua doesn't.
I agree. I was just
Tua,
gonna bring
Tua has to start. Tua has to flash this stuff tomorrow. Like bro, Dak did it in his first game, y'all.
So
you know what I mean? He was a second, third round pick.
Listen. Okay, I do agree with you though, but Dak, compared to Tua last year, he had a hell of a lot more support than what Tua did. I mean, he had he had an all-star studded offensive line. He had 1,000-yard back. He had at his disposal. He had the league leading rusher 2 years in a row.
What I briefly went over was, bro, we got Deshaun Watson sitting here, bro. Let's not sit here and act like it just needs to be an all right performance, bro. Like you need to flash.
No. I mean, Tua. Now, relative to tomorrow's game, I don't think Tua don't have to come out and throw for 400 yards for me. No, I want efficiency. I want good decision making. I want a level of improvisation. Him making plays with his legs as well as his arm. That I've been saying that all off season. That's one of the steps I want to see. I want to see him take. In his overall game. So, but he don't have to come out and throw for 400 yards for me tomorrow. Be efficient on third down.
I agree with you.
Get the victory, and we'll move on.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not even talking about Dak's first game this year. I'm talking about his first game as a rookie, bro. He was flashing big time in that first game, bro.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that,
bro. I was because I hate Cowboys fans, bro. But I looked at them, bro. I was at a local bar, bro. I was having a beer, and I'm sitting there watching Dak and Ezekiel Elliott go off, bro. And I'm like, why the hell does it take us so damn long, bro, to just get some guys like this on our damn team, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting pissed, bro. I'm just like, bro, I'm just stewing. And I'm sorry, bro, but I agree with everything you just said, Ian. He's got to be efficient tomorrow, consistent. He's got to have the playmaking ability to just get things done, bro. And the improvisations, you got to see him there, bro. I mean, this isn't technically. This would still be a stretch of what would be his first season because he only played 9 games. But he had an entire offseason, bro, and I feel like he did everything he was supposed to do to get his body right, bro, with that trainer. So there's no excuses, bro. I don't give a damn what anybody's opinions are, what they want to see. I got to see that tomorrow because I ain't on that Tua bandwagon until I see it, bro.
All in all,
so I'm just saying, bro. I'm not. I feel you, bro. I wait. You know, we got what is it? Let's almost a little over 24 hours, bro, and it'll be
Yeah.
kickoff, man. So
Just win the game.
That's
Everybody's
right.
gonna have what
I
they.
no,
agree.
bro,
Everybody's
I
gonna
don't
I
have.
agree. With,
agree,
I don't
bro.
agree. I don't agree with just win the game. We need to win the game, and there needs to be a form and fashion on how we win that game, bro. And
No,
Tua
but I'm
has
just
to have his
saying.
footprint on it, bro.
Right. You would like to see Tua have his footprint on it, and I believe he will. But at the same time, look, everybody's going to have a part. Everybody's got to have a part to play in it. At the end of the day, just win the game. We're all in agreement. There's no reason why the Dolphins should not be the Patriots tomorrow. So win the game. Everybody do that part, and then we can move on. That's all we need right now. It's the first game. Not everybody's going to be on their P's and Q's. Take advantage of it, and then build off it.
I agree. I agree. But yeah, I mean, especially because it's the first game, bro. So you're going to have these units on the offensive side and the defensive side. They're not going to be on par like what they would maybe game after game 3. But I
So
mean, there's got to be some kind of I'm not saying all Dolphin fans, but that's kind of an issue with Dolphin fans. Like later in the year, last year, bro, they were just happy that we beat the Raiders, bro. But Tua had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it, bro. And it was like underwhelming, bro, that he couldn't help us get past that game. So it does
Esteban,
matter to an extent, bro, how
let
you win.
let me ask you this: if we get Arizona to it tomorrow and we win, is that enough for you?
That should be enough.
For what? Enough for what?
It's enough for me.
To quiet those Deshaun Watson talk at least for that week?
Absolutely not.
I'll be
but
honest, bro.
here's the thing.
I'll be honest. I still think
Okay.
because that was efficient, bro.
For
Hold on,
a
wait.
week, TD.
Hold on,
For
wait.
a
Let me
week?
finish. The efficiency would be there because that's what he was in that game. But I still need to see
That's what I'm looking
him
for.
improvise. I want to
He
see
did.
improvisation.
He did that in that game. He did in that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Did he?
I'm gonna praise him if that happens. But my thing is, am I gonna be 1,000% sold? Because the very
No,
next week
I
in
said
Buffalo,
a week, TD. I said for that week. I said for this week, would that be
Yeah.
enough to quiet the Deshaun Watson
week.
talk? That's all I
Yeah,
asked.
it will.
I didn't
It
say
will.
for the whole
but
year.
you're talking about the
It will.
Deshaun Watson talk, bro. That's something that has to be played out over the season.
Yeah.
Because
That's why.
in week
That's
two,
why. That's why I
so
said
what
for
if he
1
comes
week.
back
I
week
said for
two?
1 week, TD.
What if he comes back week 2 and give us the same Buffalo game he gave
That's
us
why
last year?
I asked Esteban a personal question. I said for 1 week, TD. I'm not saying for the whole year, bro. I understand that for him to squash that conversation, it's going to have to play out over the season. But I'm
Hey.
saying for him personally, would that be enough for him to pour cold water on those conversations at
I
least
feel
for a
good.
week?
I feel good. I feel good about it. Yeah, for at least for a week, and then that
At least
Buffalo
for a
game, bro.
week.
If he can get us, if they come back to Miami and we come, it's 1-0, bro. Both teams are 1-0, and he outduels Allen, bro, in that second, bro.
The Deshaun
Yeah,
Watson talk should go
the
away at that
Deshaun
point.
Watson stuff. Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah, bro.
But
I'm gonna tell you now. If I get Arizona tour for 2 weeks for 2 games and we're 2-0, we go into Foxborough and beat them. We beat Buffalo at home. I'm telling you now. I'm going directly to Flores and I'm saying, look, bro, you need to get this kid this year. You need to give this kid the whole year.
Oh, that's automatic.
Put that
If that happens,
Put
it's
that
automatic.
talk on ice.
okay.
Put that talk on ice for the rest of the year.
Well,
But I
Because
mean,
if he beats,
I
if
start
he
digging the
does what
tunnel
you,
so we can get
if
past security, bro. Make
if
sure
he
you
does,
so you can get
if
there.
he does what you say, what you just said, if he go to Foxborough and then he come back and outduel Josh Allen, listen, Deshaun Watson instantly sucks. Deshaun Watson instantly is the worst quarterback in the NFL in my eyes.
yeah. I don't have to wait till week
Hey,
5. But if he
record
gives
that.
me,
Trash,
yeah, I
ball
know,
trash.
right? Yeah, somebody record that,
Hey,
please.
somebody record that.
Please.
Bro, it's the truth. It's the
Nah.
truth. Who's not
Record
gonna
that.
think that way? Now you come back around and you play the Jets and you give me a Denver Broncos game.
Here you go.
You might open the folder back up.
There you
But
go.
come
So-
on.
you can't put that Denver game on Tua. You can't put it all on Tua that game.
He can't have one bad game out of the year, TD. He can't have one bad
You
game.
know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
I
You know what I'm
get
talking
it. I get it.
Aaron
I'm
Rodgers
telling you
had
though, I'm
bad
gonna be
games.
honest. I mean, for real though, seriously, all joking aside, if Tua is able to pull that off the first 2 weeks, I'm telling Flores, bro, you need to put that on ice at least for the rest of the year. I don't want to hear no more Watson talk for the rest of the year.
Oh, that's the
And I
national
think,
media too, though.
I
yeah,
mean, that's
that's
Yeah.
but the thing
but
about Deshaun Watson, that's all outside noise. If Tua does that, which I believe he can, he'll make everybody within the Dolphins organization realize that he's the right person for the job. But all that Deshaun Watson stuff, that's outside stuff.
That's
Don't focus
outside.
on
Yep.
that because
no, 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 no,
you're
no,
never gonna
no, no,
silence
no,
those type of
no,
people.
no, no.
Not
That's
saying that's what
internal
you're
too,
doing,
bro.
Ian, but
Hang on, real quick. Hang on, real quick. No, 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 no. That conversation ain't just coming from the outside. That is
Yeah,
internal
I
as
know.
well, bro.
But at
it's
the same
already
time,
seeped
if
through
he
some of them
does
players.
good, those people within the organization shut them up because those are the ones that you got to prove it to. All the outside noise, all the people who want Deshaun Watson here, Deshaun
I
Watson's
hear you.
people talking
I hear
about,
you.
he still wants to come down here. Screw them. It don't matter
I
what
hear
they
you.
feel.
I hear you.
Yeah, but I gotta push back and say that there are players in that locker room that probably don't like Tua because of how things happened last year.
When he throw that goddamn ball, they better catch it. That's all I got to say.
Let me ask y'all this to the panel real quick. Let's kind of segue into this whole, what the news that came out this week about the team, quote unquote team, not voting to a captain.
People make too
Is
big a
that
deal out of that.
is that an issue for anybody up here, or is it an issue, or is
No,
it not?
no, not to me.
First of all, a captain is a guy who, first of all, in terms of our team, when you look at our captains, the five captains that we selected, none of them are our stars or our outstanding players. Okay,
Agreed.
that's one
Agreed.
thing. None of them are stars on our team. None of them are Xavier Howard. None of them are Tua. None of them are Will
Emmanuel
Fuller,
Agba.
Waddle,
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Agba.
Agba. None of them
That's
are.
not what a captain is.
Right.
And
So
see,
that's
but
not. I mean, that's our definition of a captain. That's not always the case at every team, TD.
Well, that's
Some
the problem
teams,
with our
some teams they
definition.
have their stars and they put the stars as the captain. That's just the case. The
No,
quarterback.
that's
See,
not the case. Everybody has the same definition for selecting a
No,
captain.
they do not. They do not have the same.
No,
Every
no,
team
no,
does
I'm
not
not
not.
have the
necessarily,
same way of
TD,
selecting captain.
because some TD actually vote their best players as captains.
Exactly. So what are you talking about?
Well, my thing is, not having your name on paper doesn't make you any less of a leader than the people who were on
That's
paper
true.
listed as
I
captains.
agree.
So my
I
thing,
agree.
and I just mentioned this on Reason's stream, and Reason said this also. Kyle Van Noy was a captain, and look where we are now. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter,
Right, and
So all that
Right.
stuff,
and
all
it's
that stuff
very
about
telling.
him not being captain. Let me ask all of you on the panel this: what if this young man is so humble that he looked at the captain situation and said, "You know what? I don't need to have my name listed, put down on paper to feel good about what I can contribute to this team. I'm just going to
Right.
go out there, let my play speak for itself,
I love
and
it.
have
I
it
love it.
result to W's.
I love
W's
it.
are
I love
important.
that. I
Right.
love
W's
that.
And he
matters, not
probably
I
the
love
does.
that.
stats.
Yeah.
I
Have
love
Yeah,
that.
that would
I
be
love
that would
that.
be nice. That would be nice
I
if that's
love
what he
that.
did. That would be
I
nice
love
if
that.
that's what he did.
That's
Well,
what some
that's
said
what
he did.
Right. But
that's what
hey,
that's what the
No, but
report
that ain't what
was.
that man did. Y'all stop that man.
Where
hey,
I am, that's what they said he did.
hey,
That
I'm
ain't
just
what
going
TD,
where
that
I
man
heard.
did.
That's
TD,
what the
TD.
report was,
That's
bro.
what the
Man,
report
that's
That's
no
what the
was.
report
report.
Well,
It's
was.
a lie.
I'll
Y'all
I'll
believe
say
that
this:
crap? You believe
the
that a
whole
second-year quarterback ain't go get out of here? You
TD,
mean
the
a
kid.
second-year quarterback ain't gonna take the endorsement of his teammates?
No, what I'm saying is,
I'll say
well,
this.
listen,
I
I'll
don't
say
think
this
Sue was
though.
built. I don't
As
think Sue
far as
was like
Matt
that.
Collins being the offensive captain, bro, he's a dog right now, bro.
He's the only one
They
I
had
actually agreed on that
that
should have been a captain. He's the only one. Everybody else,
And he's the one that most people criticize about EM to make their point. Ain't that crazy? I agree
yeah,
with you. He should
yeah.
definitely, he's one of the main ones. But
Well,
I'll
he's
tell you
one of the
this:
main
he's
ones that's
criticized.
also criticized about being one. How does
all
Matt
right.
Collins get up? What?
So,
I'll
Man,
say
you're
this,
crazy,
man. He
bro.
needs to
I
rip
don't
but
know.
that patch
TD, you
off.
gotta,
I don't know if he said that.
If that scenario happens where he gets us past the Bills and the Patriots, he needs to rip that patch off and go give it to Tua, bro. I don't know if they do shit like that, but I
Yeah,
would
but
do it.
he'll turn it down, Esteban.
But see, if that report is accurate
But
about
the
see
quarterback
see see that's why
is your
see see that's why initially when this report came out, when we had this conversation, I had it with Reason and TD. I said, I want to know what the criteria is for this team to what criteria does a player have to meet in order to
Yeah.
be elected a captain?
Right.
That's why that was the biggest issue because I looked at the list. I was like,
Nah,
there's no
I
Xavier,
know the
Xavier
official
Howard.
criteria. I know the official criteria, bro.
What's that? What is it?
This is how it works, okay? So this is the real truth about how it works. What happened was they were given an opportunity to basically voice that they would like to become a captain. So all the people who wanted to become a captain actually put their name in the bucket.
Right.
There are no reports on whether or not Tua put his name in that bucket. That's how I know for a fact it's a lie that he turned it down, because you would have never put your name in the bucket to begin with if you wouldn't have accepted it. That's how I know that little fake rumor was a lie.
I never said
No.
that he turned
This
it
is the
down.
100 official way they did
Nobody
it.
ever said he turned
No
it
one said
down,
he turned it
TD.
down. What
No,
was
no,
said
no,
was
no,
he
no, no,
never
no.
He's
I'm
talking about the
talking about-
report. He's talking about the report, Gus. The report.
No. Somebody said the report said
Yeah.
no, not just now. People were out here saying Tua was selected, but he turned it down.
Yeah, that's not
I
true.
haven't heard that.
No,
I haven't
that
heard
did
that.
not hear.
I have.
That I did not hear.
Okay.
I have.
Well,
I've heard that.
according to my understanding, you had to put your name in the hat in order to get voted upon. And to my understanding, Tua
did not do
declined.
that. Yeah, he
And
did not. Exactly.
that's where no official report on whether he put it in
All
or
right.
not is true.
Now, question
It's
for
just not
question for
true.
the panel. Question for the panel, real quick. Is it plausible to think that Tua may be thinking that, hey, since I haven't done enough on the field yet, I don't think I should wear that.
That's why.
It could
That's
be.
why
Yeah,
I love it.
That's plausible.
That's why. That's what I was going to get to. That's why I love it, because if the reports are accurate, he is saying, no, I'm not worthy of captain status right now, which I agree, because ultimately, for my definition for a captain, I don't give a damn what you do off the field. You have to have that resume on the field. For me, if I'm a coach. And so, hang on. So if that's accurate, I love it, bro. Because he wants to earn.
Accurate.
He don't want anything given to him. He don't want anything given to him.
It's inaccurate.
Do you have any credible report on that?
We don't
All you
have
got
no-
is people on Twitter saying that's what might have happened.
Yeah, that somebody I saw a report where they were quoting this individual and said that Tua did not put his name in the hat.
No. Can you send that to me?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
According to Barry Jackson
Mac
on
Hollins
Twitter,
said that.
Mac Hollins said Tua Tagovailoa did not put his name in the bucket
Yeah.
or cap or whatever.
No. I saw beat writers yesterday literally saying
they
Tua.
interviewed Mac Hollins. They interviewed him, and he said that he did not put his name in the hat.
Yeah, Tua did not express interest in doing that.
Hold on. How would he know?
Because
How would he know, though?
he's a player.
How would he know, though?
He's
What
voting.
do you mean?
He's voting on them.
Mac Hollins said Tua wasn't on the ballot?
Yes.
Yeah. He said
Mac said Tua didn't put his name in the cap or whatever he did.
Yeah, I gotta go see it. If he said that, then that'll confirm it.
He said that in their interview. He said it in his interview.
Because I know how y'all listen. Y'all miss keywords.
Now.
I know how y'all be listening. Y'all miss keywords to get a conclusion y'all want.
So anyway, if the reports are accurate, I love that about Tua, because he don't want anything given to him. He want, and you know my,
he's got to earn it.
You know what perspective I come from. You are going to earn everything, and I love that about Tua. If that is accurate.
Now, question: I don't think Jesse Davis earned it with his play. So I don't even think Jesse.
He's your best offensive lineman.
I can't even agree with that. So
he's arguably him and Robert Hunt are arguably your
Solomon
best
Kinley's
offensive
probably
lineman.
Solomon Kinley's probably better than him too. But I'll take.
No way. No.
I emphatically
Davis
disagree. Jesse Davis put in his time, and he's one of the leaders of that offensive line. They're going to need him for the first 3 to 4 games.
He's got longevity.
Yeah, we're gonna need him. You're right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need him.
He's not elite, but he's to this franchise. He's very important, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been telling people these first 3-4 games, that dude needed to be a starter. Why? Because he's a veteran, bro. These guys are all young. It's important that you at least have one, bro.
I agree.
You can't say that. I don't give a damn about the Liam Eichenberg hype. I don't give a damn. That dude, just like Ian was talking
And
about earlier, he ain't done shit in this league. He didn't earn it in preseason. Every time you turn your head, every time you look over your shoulder, you turn back around and you heard a report that he was injured off the field. I don't care, man. You got to get on the field, bro. You didn't just come
But
into the league and get a contract and get, you know what I mean? And that's it. And you're done, bro. You got to get
and,
on the field, bro.
and I
It almost
agree.
seems he's
I
like he's
agree.
soft.
But Austin Jackson gets on the field and he sucks ass. So
but Jackson, I will say this though. First off, you got to consider his 18th overall status. Coaches that I don't agree with it, but coaches are the higher the investment they have in you, the more patience that coaches extend to players. That's
and
just the nature of the
I agree.
NFL.
That happens in professional sports. But my question to everybody on the panel is, why is that? Why should that be the case? Wouldn't you want the guys out there who give you the best chance to win?
I agree.
I
He
got an
doesn't
answer
do
to
that.
that.
I
It's
agree.
because it makes the coach and Greer look bad because they're the one that drafted him that high, and he's not performing.
I agree. I
But
agree.
Hey,
but
but keep
but
it.
but I will.
Hey, no,
Because
no,
they
But I
got to
no.
will.
get
Wait,
him.
But
wait,
but
wait,
but
They
when
got to
you're
wait.
get him used
comparing,
to
Now, I
but when
think
you're comparing the two players, when you're comparing them, Austin Jackson from an athletic standpoint, he's more prototypical than what Eichenberg is. He's just on a different level athletically.
But here's
That's just
my
a
thing.
fact.
Here's
hey,
my
We're
I'm not.
thing.
soft, bro.
If
Look,
an
We're
but
soft.
also,
organization is only going off of status and only wants a team to be successful and they're right about a certain player, that
that's
organization
wrong.
will never flourish. And
Hail
that's
to
a problem
hell.
with this team. That cannot continue to happen in future years. The
But that
Dolphins have
hasn't
enough.
been the case though. That Flores has always put the best guys on the field. It didn't
He
matter what
has
status you
for the
were
most.
when you drafted. He puts the best guys on the field. So that's never been the case in the Flores era. So for you guys to
In the
say,
Flores
oh,
era.
maybe right in the Flores era,
I
that hasn't
got
been
to
the
say
But
case.
the
right now,
Dolphins have been around longer than the
for
Flores
me,
era. That's the point.
Of course, but
for
we're
me,
not
the way
talking.
they've been
We're not talking
inconsistent.
about that.
The one word that sums up this offensive line, and it's going to offend a lot of people, is they are soft, bro. We have a
Yeah.
soft offensive line, starting. Not all of them, bro. I would remove Robert Hunt and
I
probably
was getting ready to
even
say. I
Deem
was
out of
getting ready
there.
to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But
I
for the
think. I
most
think.
part, bro, we're soft, yo.
No,
We
I
I
are
think
agree.
soft.
Hunt. I think Hunt and
100%.
Kinley are dogs. I've seen Hunt and Kinley be dogs. I haven't seen.
I well,
I
I ain't
haven't
ready to
seen
call
Excuse me.
Victor.
Kinley a dog yet,
Excuse
but
I've
me.
seen him.
Excuse
I've
me.
seen him make dog plays.
Excuse
I've
me.
seen him make dog plays.
Not against the
Excuse
Bears,
me,
bro.
ladies and gentlemen.
Man, you talking one game. That's what y'all are saying. Y'all
Hey,
try to take a small sample
CB83.
size and
Hey,
say,
hey, hold on.
"Hey, what's
Hold
up,
on,
TD?"
bro. See, this is what I be talking about.
Oh, here
what?
you go. Here you
I
go.
just freaking went and watched Mac Hollins' press conference. All y'all little liars. You're lying.
What did
Let me
he
tell
say?
you exactly what that man said. He literally, they tried to corner him about the captain with Tua. They said, what was your ploy of being a captain? He told how he went up there in front of the team and gave a speech about why he wants to lead the team. And we're
Did
all
Tua do
here.
that? Did Tua
And
do
then
that?
they asked Mac Hollins, they said, well, what about Tua with captain? And he said, well, I knew y'all were gonna ask me about Tua and being a captain. Well, y'all have to understand, everybody, just because you're a quarterback doesn't mean you'll get selected as a captain. With the year he had last year coming back, I could tell you that he is a leader and blah, 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 blah. This man never said he didn't put his name in the hat. Matter of fact, what he said insinuated as if, because he said it doesn't mean just because you're the quarterback, everybody will vote on you to be the captain. It actually insinuated his name was in the hat and he
Look,
wasn't
How does
look.
it
selected.
insinuate
That's
that?
no, it doesn't.
No,
What are
no,
you
no, no,
talking
no. But y'all
about?
sat here and made it seem
Tua,
like when
hey,
Mac
look,
Hollins said he
TD,
didn't even put his
TD.
name in.
Tua did not put his name in the hat to be a captain.
Like I
He
said,
didn't.
where's
He
your
did
source
it
on
to
that? Because y'all want to
TD,
use Mac Hollins. The
TD,
man never said that.
TD. He did not put his
Y'all
name in
see,
the
this is
hat
what
to
I
be
be
a
talking about.
captain.
Y'all make y'all story to fit the narrative.
Hey, if he did, he will be a captain today.
Now it's ifs. Mac Hollins said out of his own mouth.
If he
Mac
did,
Hollins,
he would be a
Mac
Tua,
Hollins
captain.
said out
y'all,
of his
that
own mouth.
Tua hate is
Just because
real,
he's the
That
man.
Tua
quarterback
hate is
doesn't mean
real.
you're necessarily
That's what we're talking
selected.
about. TD, that's what
Damn.
we're talking about right there.
Mac Hollins said out of his own mouth, just because you're the quarterback, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get selected. I knew y'all would ask me about why Tua wasn't a captain. And the very next thing he said is just because you're a quarterback don't mean you'll automatically
You never see TD with this level of energy
No,
run to
because
try. Hang on.
I knew y'all was lying. I knew y'all were lying.
You
Mac Hollins
never
said
hear.
it.
Hang
Mac
on.
Hollins said it.
Hang on. You never hear or see TD with this level of energy
Never.
running to rebut anything positive about Tua.
Can I ask
Because
y'all a question?
you know why?
I'm sorry, negative. I'm sorry,
Because
negative.
nobody,
I'm sorry, negative.
nobody
I'm sorry,
lies
negative.
about his positive. Because
Wait.
nobody lies
Hey.
about his positive.
Why
I'm
You
would-
calling out y'all
never
lying.
see that, bro. It's like when you're trying to prove or critique him in a negative way, bro, you a different animal, TD. I'm just calling. I'm just keeping it a thousand, bro.
I got
No,
nothing
I'm
but
a
love for
different
TD,
animal when
man,
y'all
but,
lie just to steer a
Why
narrative.
is Xavier
Let me ask
Howard
you this.
not a captain?
Was
Why is
TD
Xavier
like this when
Howard not a
Tannehill
captain?
was here?
Because he wasn't selected. That's why.
I mean, anything negative about
Did he
that
put
kid,
his
bro,
name in
you
the
are
hat?
trying your best to get that information out to the world, bro.
No,
But anything,
because we can't keep it fair, EM. It's okay for y'all to lie about something to make
but
us
why
look
don't you
better.
do that? Well, why aren't you running with the
But
same positive
we're not.
information?
We're not
That's what
running
I'm
that,
saying.
bro.
Why are you not with the same level of energy? Why
Hey.
aren't you running out and trying to get that information out to the world?
Well, guess what?
That's my question.
Tell me what positive information I have to do that. How about that?
Here's
How
my
about that?
question.
Question
Why don't
real
you
quick,
name it?
because
Why don't you
Six-
name
this
it,
has
EM?
been
6-3.
Name the positive.
Six
Name
and
the
three is a
positive.
starter. 6-3 is a start. 6-3 is a starter. He having
Oh,
the
yeah.
best. His
He's not
rookie.
6-3 as
Hang
a
on.
starter.
His
He's not 6-3
hang
as a
on.
starter. His team is.
His rookie statistics are better than a lot of the great quarterbacks. One in particular, who you are begging the Dolphins to make it a trade for.
Get
Deshaun
out of
Watson.
here. Get out of here. Just
I
ain't true.
haven't heard you report that on
That ain't-
your platform.
Bro, that
Not
ain't
once.
I'm calling out y'all lie. Now y'all trying to defend.
Okay, so let me ask-
No.
let me ask this.
See,
But what
see,
did
now
I
he's
hear
switching the
you
narrative
though,
now.
in front of everybody and lied to their face.
Keep that
and
same
made it seem
energy,
like Matt
TD.
Collins said he didn't put his name in the hat.
Okay, so let me ask
Just
this.
just to prove a point.
Let me
Y'all
ask this.
sat
though.
here and
Matt
lied
Collins-
to everybody in their
I-
face.
So
I'm
let me
just
ask you
keep.
this.
I am
play
just
the-
keeping
play
it
the
1,000.
interview.
So
Play the interview.
if we come out and we say, okay, we saw that Matt Collins was asked about Tua, and then Barry Jackson and others who cover the team said that Tua didn't put his name down. How are we insinuating that Tua didn't even have
Honestly,
any
I'm not even
interest?
talking about you, bro. I'm not talking about you. I heard when you said that. I'm talking about these other ones right here in front of every single one of them who literally said Matt Collins said it.
No,
I
let me
didn't
ask you
say
this,
that.
though.
I didn't
But
say that
TD,
about
but
Matt
TD,
Collins.
I'm not blaming you into that.
brought up.
Okay, let's say that Tua put his
I
name
didn't
in the
say that
hat.
about Matt Collins, TD.
I want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm not talking about you, bro, because I heard when you said that a beat writer said it, which I still need to see that too.
No, I'm talking about me, TD. I was going off a report that I didn't. I couldn't confirm.
No. You sat there second to
No,
most.
I couldn't, bro. No, I didn't say Matt Collins. I said I'm going off a report. He said Matt
Then will the
Collins.
guilty party please stand up? Who's the guilty party on here? I heard two people say Matt Collins said it.
Yeah,
and then
I
when I
mentioned that.
said Matt Collins said that, I heard about four people say, yeah.
I said.
In Matt Collins' interview, he insinuated that Tua's name was not put in the hat and that he did not try to
Which
be a
you're
captain.
changing your narrative, and that's a lie as well. He didn't even insinuate his name.
I gotta say though, I'm okay with Matt Collins being the captain because, well, for one, he's a veteran, bro, and he looks the part right now. I know it was just preseason, and I mean, damn, bro, you gotta at least have some type of persona. I mean, not persona. You gotta have some type of how do you say that, like an aura to you, that a good, like, good vibes and well spoken. He's just like the total package of what you want a captain to be, bro. When you hear how I mean, what a bright mind that guy was whenever he interviewed, man. I could see why that guy was chosen to be the captain, bro. He might have said everything right. He might have had a pre-speech written out, but I mean, you know what I mean? It's what it is, man. You need guys like that on the team. So I'm okay with Matt Collins being the captain right now. You know what I mean? Everything about Tua, which has been which has dominated this topic of Tua, has dominated this this platform today, and that's cool because it dominates all the platforms in the Dolphinverse.
Right.
I
And
get
it
it, bro.
should, and it should,
Right.
and it should, and it
It's
should.
cool, man. It doesn't bother me that this dude's the captain, bro. I really honestly think that, we want to go to the playoffs and we actually want to win in the playoffs. You need guys like that to win in the playoffs. They come up big and the most pressure cooker of situations, bro. You need
know
those
what?
guys, man.
And so
You know what? I'm gonna
I'm
be
okay
honest.
with
I'm
it.
gonna be listen. I'm gonna be completely transparent. I don't have a problem with Tua not being a captain at this point, and I don't have a problem with the players not voting him a captain at this point, because at the end of the day, Tua, he don't have the resume to substantiate him being a captain. He don't.
Exactly.
He's played 9 games, so I don't look at it as an indictment on him. I see the work that this kid has put in. I see on and off the field, so that's enough for me. So the only thing that's left for Tua to do is to prove it on the field.
So
Which
let me
is the
ask
most
this.
important thing. So I don't have a problem with
We
it.
talked
So
about that.
when
We
you-
talked about that off on camera. You said the exact same thing. We were more concerned of was there any carryover from that, with Christian Wilkins, the Deshaun Watson, and all of that situation.
Right, and also last year about him not earning the job, it being taken from Ryan Fitzpatrick. So
a lot of people don't agree with you on that.
And that's fine. That's fine. They can disagree. But again, and what did I say, TD? I don't have a problem with either way. I don't have a problem with that. Tua has not earned it yet. He hasn't. And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, me personally, my approach to this team, with every player, you have to earn it on the field, which is the most important thing. Period. There's no way around that. There's no way around that.
Right. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. But
I'll be honest though, I'm not being 100%
we just
honest.
hit the
It did bother
4:30
me
hour.
that
We've been live for 3 hours.
wow.
Hello. Hey, let's
we
pick
here.
up the conversation tonight, man.
That's what's up. Salute, gentlemen. Hey, C83, bro. CD83 was a pleasure, man. Daryl was a pleasure, bro. Always, man.
CB83, you make sure you back.
I'll be back. I'm gonna come. Hey, I'm gonna come review a new one, TD. You know it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on all that delusion. All right, y'all. Ain't nothing but love, man. I'll see y'all
next
later.
time.
All right, man.
Hook 'em
All right,
horns,
bro.
hook 'em horns,
All right,
bro.
bro.
Don't forget, Ian.
All right.
Hey, go Nose.